This is the Buzz Adams Morning Show podcast. Barstool Talk Daily. Except it's really early in the morning and no booze. For the most part.
I've had this dream before. I take these footsteps, go higher, higher.
The Buzz Adams Morning Show, Monday through Friday, 5 to 10. KLAQ and KLAQ HD1, El Paso, a town square media station.
Must be Monday. I'm moving kind of slow. I'm feeling down. Must be Monday now, baby. Turn on my radio. I need some sound. I'll be the greatest morning show in town. To help me get another rotten Monday off the ground.
What's today?
Monday?
Recovery Monday.
Monday?
Already?
Where'd the time go?
What do you mean Monday?
I hate Mondays.
Where'd the time go?
Mondays are the worst.
Oh, I hate Mondays.
So begins another wonderful work week.
Wake up, El Paso. Buzz Adams is back.
Okay. Are you done?
Let's get back to work. Showtime.
Only on 95.5 KLAQ.
Right. Thank you. Thank you so much. Good morning and welcome, everybody. Welcome to Monday morning, the start of another week. Halloween week is upon us. Just a little over 1 week until Election Day. We got that on the radar.
All right.
Good morning, Joanna.
Good morning, Buzz.
I guess I should start by letting everybody know that for the remainder of today's Buzz Adams morning show, it's going to be Joanna and I.
We can
Make it if we try without Nico.
Two of us.
You and
building castles in the sky.
Yeah. So Nico was the opening act for Carlos Mencia at the comic strip this weekend. And I kind of had a feeling, I guess.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
I saw so many people that went out to see the show.
Like posting pictures of it and stuff on social media.
On social media. Pictures with Carlos, pictures with Nico. I guess Nico really killed it.
Really?
After you remember how he was so upset because he said that he didn't do that great
Thursday night.
Yeah,
he said he asked the D. Remember that you were going to get the.
That's
you were
right.
going to isolate
I was
that.
going to isolate
forget.
it. I will.
Now, the World Series has been exciting so far. The first game on Friday, the Dodgers won with a home run in the 10th inning, so extra innings.
Great.
And then they won. This one went 8.5 innings, so they were ahead, but bases loaded by the Yankees, and the Dodgers brought in a reliever, and he threw one pitch, and the guy flew out to left field. The series, though, goes to New York, so 3 games in New York starting tonight. It is a good series, folks, so you might want to tune in for that. Our final week to tell you about the KLAQ Haunted House of Terror. You can go by and check that out. Really good haunted house. We're getting some great feedback. And don't forget, on Thursday, it is the KLAQ Halloween Parade. One Source Federal Credit Union and Floar Life Essentials present the KLAQ Halloween Parade. You could be in several different categories. If you want to decorate your vehicle, do that. It's the Rock and Drive contest for cash and trophies and prizes. Decorate your vehicle. Make sure you include KLAQ somewhere on the vehicle to be eligible for the cash and trophies. Represent your workplace and get some coworkers together. Go in the business category. Or just come in costume and enter in the walkers category. The parade route is... Gosh, I don't know. When we're out there, like our float is going so slow, it seems like it's like 10 miles, but I think it's really like 2 miles.
It's not that long.
It's not that long, right?
It feels a little longer.
You'll see us in our morning show float, and that is sponsored by Jack in the Box. Any questions you have about the parade route? Let me just tell you that it usually, gets started in the afternoon, 3 or 4 o'clock. I'm not sure this year, but sometime around then, on Halloween Day, Thursday this week, you can get registration forms, parade route map, and all the answers to all the questions you may have about the KLAQ Halloween Parade can be found at KLAQ.com. I've already got calls lined up, people talking about, I don't care about the $60 million. They need to get rid of Dak Prescott. Cowboys lost yesterday, Joanna. Were you aware of that? Or
I was aware.
Yeah, somebody had it on in the house?
Yep. And judging by all the,
yeah. There were a lot of those moments.
I was like, that can't be good.
No. Other than your nephews, is anybody else in your household into football?
Yeah, my mom and my sister.
They both dig it? Cowboy fans?
I'm the only one
that just doesn't care about sports balls. Let me get a look at El Paso weather, brought to you by Painted Dunes Desert Golf Course. Sunny today, 92 is going to be the high temperature, and winds are going to be light under 10 miles an hour. That is a plus for golf. Now, tomorrow, we're going to see the wind picking up. We're going to see winds between 20, maybe even up to 25 miles an hour tomorrow. So look for a windy day for Tuesday, 85 otherwise going to be the high temperature. And Joanna, you're always curious about what the weather's going to be like, as am I, for the KLAQ Halloween Parade. Because how hot, and I don't mean sexy hot, how hot do you think your costume is going to be this year?
Oh, man, I am underneath. I don't even know how to describe what it is that I'm underneath.
Just like a dress made of flowers.
It's just made of flowers, but they're hefty.
Uh-huh.
So I'm going to be sweating. Last year that I wore it out on Halloween, I was sweating all night.
Lost a bunch of flowers along the way, too.
Lost a lot of flowers,
You were deflowered when you think about it.
I was.
My costume is a bear skin, and that's going to be pretty freaking hot. So for Wednesday, 72, that those winds that are going to move in, push across the borderland on Tuesday are going to cool things off for the next few days. 72 is the high on Wednesday, 77 Thursday, and that is Halloween. Back up around 80 for Friday, Saturday, Sunday into the weekend. El Paso weather brought to you by Painted Dunes Desert Golf Course. You can set up all your tee times and reservations a couple of ways online at painteddunes.com or call the Pro Shop. Their number is 915-521-2122. I think I got that. I can't believe it. I think I got that number wrong.
Oh, my God, Buzz.
I believe the number. I know I do it. I don't even have to look at it anymore. 821. Jeez.
Oh, my God. I can't believe you forgot it.
Yeah.
821-2122.
Thank you. 821-2122 for Painted Dunes Desert Golf Course. Oh.
It's Monday.
Yeah, sometimes.
Did you go out for a Halloween weekend?
I didn't do anything all weekend.
No, that sounds nice. Sounds like a great time for you.
Were there a lot of parties? A lot of Halloween costumes?
There were a lot of parties, yeah.
Did you?
I ended up going to Pride Square, of course.
Uh-huh.
And I was on the lookout to see what's the big costume this year. And I didn't really pinpoint one specific one. There was just a mixture of everything.
Is that the best idea to get, the best place to get an idea of what people are going to be wearing for Halloween?
Yeah, basically.
People do whatever's in the zeitgeist
Whatever's
at the time.
in the zeitgeist, whatever's very popular and what's trendy.
Oh, you had to have seen a Beetlejuice or two,
I
right?
saw one Beetlejuice the entire night. I did see a lot of people. Superheroes was the big thing.
DC or Marvel?
Both. So I saw a lot of, oh man, there was this guy dressed as Nightwing. Beautiful man.
Yeah?
Gorgeous.
Gay bar, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, we've got a lot coming up on the show where I'm going to take you through Today in Sound Clips. Joanna, have I asked you yet what's on the Hollywood cheese
No,
menu?
you have not.
Right, let's find out.
Well, James Franco's opening up about his friendship with Seth Rogen. Remember those two used to be such good buddies? Well,
they hate us because they ain't us.
Yeah, they did so many great things together, but James Franco says that he's no longer friends with Seth Rogen, and he's opening up about that. I'll let you know what he says.
All right. It sounds like he doesn't have a whole lot of choice in the matter. I'll
Kind
just
of,
leave it at that. Television tonight, as I mentioned, Game 3 of the World Series. That is going to be 6 o'clock El Paso time on Fox. Yankees hosting now the Dodgers. And the Dodgers are up 2-0 in the Fall Classic. On ABC and ESPN, it's Monday Night Football. Tonight, the Pittsburgh Steelers host the New York Giants. The Voice is back with part 3 of the Battle Rounds. That's tonight on NBC. 19th season premiere of American Dad is on TBS. I guess they just put them on TBS now. And tonight's schedule also includes Superman and Lois at 7, NCIS at 8, and Brilliant Minds at 9. All right, let me make sure you got a phone number. Have every number you could possibly need if you want to call us direct in the studio. Here's the studio line number. It's 915-910-4995. That's 910-4995. And the neckline number, this is one people use to leave a message for us, which we'll get for sure. The neckline number is 844-805-NECK. That's 844-805-6325. I'll have Today in Sound Clips coming up in just a few minutes. And Joanna, if you haven't heard it, somebody really botched the national anthem and did not know they were live.
Uh-oh.
Asked for a do-over. It was so bad.
In the middle of it?
F-bombs were dropped, and it was at a political function.
Oh.
You haven't heard it?
I have not.
All right, we'll have that and many other sound clips coming up. They're headed your way. Today in Sound Clips on the way in just a moment.
The Daily Calendar.
Today, October 28th.
Halloween is coming soon, which explains National Chocolate Day today.
All right.
Also explains why it's First Responders Day. And Wild Foods Day, promoting healthy stuff like fruits and veggies and stuff without preservatives.
Candy corn?
Go for it, dude. And it's National Immigrants Day every October 28th since 1987. Be nice to people. And that's your daily calendar.
Happy Halloween. Halloween candy.
Happy Halloween.
It's alive.
By KLAQ Car Wash today, and with any donation, big or small, get a free car wash and help your neighbor with his medical bills.
Originating in El Paso, for El Paso, the Buzz Adams Morning Show, 95.5 KLAQ.
I think Scooter from, what's the Netflix show about cars in El Paso called?
Tex-Mex Motors.
Tex-Mex Motors is going to be coming by. Got Today in Sound Clips. And ready to get into that. Let's go ahead and get the day started with our first look at news.
And now, Today in Sound Clips.
All of the day's news with sound bites and news actualities. And let's see, where do I want to start? So many places I could start.
Okay.
Let's talk about the political rallies over the weekend. Have you voted yet?
I did vote.
Yeah.
I voted on Friday.
Yeah. I would never ask somebody how they voted, but where did you get, which polling place did you go to?
It was in the Northeast, and it was a senior citizen center.
Mm-hmm.
In and out in like 10 minutes.
Yeah. I went to Vinton.
You went to Vinton?
Yeah, tip for people on the west side. There's a line. There was a line at the mall.
Uh-huh.
And there's no line at Vinton. Like it's next to the police station is where you vote in Vinton. All right, let's talk about some of the politics over the weekend. Vice President Kamala Harris was in Philadelphia while Trump was rallying in Madison Square Garden. At her Philadelphia rally, Vice President Kamala Harris encouraged everyone to stay involved and see it through to Election Day.
So, Philly, we have 9 days to get this done. And for the next 9 days, no one can sit on the sidelines.
All right. Harris spoke to a congregation at a church in West Philadelphia and talked to them with kind of a religious message, I guess.
But when I think about the days ahead and the God we serve, I am confident that his power will work through us. Because, church, I know we were born for a time such as this.
I'm going to come right out and say it. I don't like it when politicians do political speaking from a church in the pulpit. It's just
I get what you're saying.
Too much crossover between the state and the religion. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Also, what if the opponent demanded equal time?
Yeah.
I don't like it when Democrats do it. I don't like it when Republicans do it. Keep your religious beliefs out of political decisions. So, let's see. Let's hear a little bit of the Trump rally, okay?
All right.
1 week from tomorrow, Americans go to the polls to choose the person who will be president for the next 2 years, or in the case of Donald Trump, until he gets Amendment 25th by J.D. Vance. Vice President Kamala Harris, as we heard, focusing on the battleground state of Pennsylvania. Former President Trump had a capacity crowd at Madison Square Garden in New York City. Here is Trump saying that he and others have a secret that's going to help them take back control of the House.
We got to get the senators. We got to get the senators elected because we can take the Senate pretty easily. And I think with our little secret, we're going to do really well with the House, right? Our little secret is having a big impact. He and I have a secret. We'll tell you what it is when the race is over.
God, I don't want to know. Is it legal? Your secret, it doesn't fall within the bounds of legality.
I don't think you could have secrets at this point.
Right. No kidding. You're not going to know about it until after it's over. Well, that's comforting.
Well, that can't be good.
Trump announced that he supports giving tax credits to caregivers of family members.
And I'm announcing a new policy today that I will support a tax credit for family caregivers who take care of a parent or a loved one. It's about time that they will recognize, right?
So you might hear some talk about what places are garbage, which places are garbage cans. As far as I know, Donald Trump is now the first person to ever run for president who has called America a garbage can. Usually that would derail your campaign, you know?
You would figure.
He did that last week, and then on Sunday at Madison Square Garden, they had Tony Hinchcliffe, who I guess is a comedian, talking, and he called someplace else in the United States a garbage can.
There's a lot going on. Like, I don't know if you guys know this, but there's literally a floating island of garbage in the middle of the ocean right now. Yeah. I think it's called Puerto Rico. Okay. All right. Okay. We're getting there. Now, again, normally I don't follow the national anthem, everybody. This isn't exactly a perfect comedy setup.
Awkward moments there. Some people in the Trump campaign have been trying to roll back and saying that the president does not agree.
Who did not agree with these views?
Comedian Tony Hinchcliffe.
But it's a little too late. The damage has been done.
Everything's garbage to these people. I mean, people are garbage. Americans that don't agree with them are garbage. It's just a garbage campaign.
It's a garbage fire for sure.
Trump ally, Republican Senator Lindsey Graham of South Carolina spoke to ABC this week on Sunday. It says he feels that former President Trump is in a good position here in the final election stretch, and he also wanted to remind everybody Trump is not a Hitler or a Nazi.
Whether you like him or not, that's up to you. He's not a fascist. He's not Hitler. And that shows you how desperate this campaign is. You got 3 retired generals who've been out of the game for a while, 3 weeks before the election, trying to replace joy with fear.
I believe one retired general over 100 Trumps, though. In Lancaster County, Pennsylvania, officials there announced that they had identified what they say are signs of voter fraud operating in the area. Press conference was held. We're going to hear a little bit of that. Ray D'Agostino with the Lancaster Board of Elections said that 2 separate batches of voter applications were dropped off at their office before last Monday's registration deadline, totaling about 2,500 applications. The district attorney there in Pennsylvania said the investigators had found that about 60% of the forms they had reviewed were fraudulent. She said that 2 other unnamed counties in Pennsylvania are reviewing similar batches. Let's hear from the press conference. Ray D'Agostino from the Board of Elections in Pennsylvania announced the board had found what they say is fraudulent voter applications.
It is through their diligence that our staff uncovered apparent incidents of attempted voter registration fraud here in Lancaster County.
All right, now the district attorney, Lancaster County, Heath Adams, said that the chief clerk of elections, Krista Miller, had contacted her about potentially fraudulent voter applications.
She informed me that the elections office received approximately 2,500 applications at or near the deadline for registering to vote. While preparing to process these applications, staff noticed that numerous applications appeared to have the same handwriting, were filled out on the same day with unknown signatures, and some were previously registered voters.
Hey, you said you went out and voted this weekend. Mm-hmm. Did you notice anything different from the 2020 or 2016?
No.
Oh.
Why? What'd you notice?
The way you did the ballot, like you had to do it on the computer. They gave you a piece of paper and you fed it into the mouth of the machine.
And then you had to take it out.
And then you had to take it out, give it to the dude,
machine.
and then he would scan it into another machine.
Right. They didn't do that last time?
I don't remember.
God, I don't remember either, but it just seemed normal. Like, okay, here's my ballot.
There was nothing hinky or suspicious going on. You know, mostly it looks like retirees.
Yeah, volunteers.
Volunteer retirees working the polling station. Adams, back to Lancaster County in Pennsylvania, said that her office believes the fraudulent voter applications were part of a larger effort.
At this point, it is believed that the fraudulent voter registrations are connected to a large-scale canvassing operations for voter registrations that date back to June. However, the majority of the applications received are dated August 15th and after.
So these were just requests to have mail-in ballots? Is that what we're talking about?
I think so.
Right. These weren't fraudulent votes. These were requests for mail-in ballots, which it sounds
totally
like they're
legal.
It is totally legal if you meet all the conditions. Here's one final clip from Pennsylvania.
Thus far, of the investigations that we have completed, we have determined that 60% have been fraudulent. That is of the investigations that we've completed.
Let me see. I got to see what's going on here. Oh, that's Dutch Amish country up there in Lancaster, you know?
Okay.
All right. Well, I'll look into it further later.
Okay.
Just going to have to, I'm afraid. All right. On to other news items in Today in Sound Clips. Oh, Phil Lesh, who was a founding member of the Grateful Dead, passed away. And I don't know if he's grateful, but he's dead.
Oh, man.
Do you know, I thought growing up, I'd heard of the Grateful Dead, and I would occasionally see like an album cover in a store because we didn't get to listen to anything other than church music.
Yeah.
And the Statler Brothers and stuff.
Uh-huh.
When I finally heard their music, I was like, this is the Grateful Dead?
Dude, me too.
I thought they were like these death metal, you know,
because
everything
there was
about
always like kind of a skull on their albums.
a skull
and stuff.
as part of their logo.
Their name is Grateful Dead.
Grateful Dead. So they finally
They call their fans Deadheads. I thought this has got to be like a big metal band.
Yeah. And so I either got one of their CDs or whatever. I listened and I was like, This is country. What's going on? This is kind of like country music. So Phil Lesh, who passed away, he was 84 years old, met Jerry Garcia in 1962 and joined his band, brand new band called Joanna.
What?
What do you think it was called?
I don't know.
The Warlocks.
The Warlocks?
Yes. They renamed the band The Grateful Dead, though, in 1965. Phil
The
Lesh.
Warlocks still sounds like a cool metal band name.
I would also think that's a metal band.
Yeah.
I bet it's all about Hail Satan and stuff. Nope.
No.
Driving that train, Casey Jones, you better watch your speed. Here is a tribute. In December, the Grateful Dead will be included in this as one of the Kennedy Center honorees.
Just keep trucking.
All right. Some of the guitar work there from the late Jerry Garcia and Phil Lesh on his 6-string bass guitar. Somebody did something similar to a swatting prank on Cardi B.
Oh, no.
You didn't hear about it?
No. You saw the song in the background. It's still going.
This could go on for 12 hours.
It could,
I mean,
yeah.
I haven't looked at the track, but this could literally go on most of the day. Just depending on what kind of groove. I never saw the Grateful Dead.
Neither did I.
Yeah.
But hearing some of those jam sessions, I heard, got a little...
Not what I was expecting, though, as a child.
No.
Somebody played a prank on Cardi B, a dangerous one possibly, calling Child Protective Services and telling them that 3 children were being abused. So CPS came to her house, and the cop showed up last week at 11 p.m. She had a message out there. Boy, if you're the person who pranked Cardi B, you don't want her to get a hold of you because she's mad.
Promise you this. I'm going to sue Child Protective Services, and I'm also going to sue the person that did this because I'm going to get to the bottom of this. I'm going to hire the best private investigator in the whole country because y'all take joking too far. My kids live great. My kids have never been touched, never gotten hit. No matter how annoying they are, I never hit my kids. Every weekend, my kids go to Fly Zone. Y'all want a prank call? Y'all going to die. I'm not calling the cops on you. As soon as I know and retract that phone call, I'm going to beat the out of you. My baby father is going to beat the out of you because you thought it was okay to mess with our kids.
Dang.
She means it.
And her baby's father is...
Quavo.
Oh, Quavo. Who is As Soon As Possible Rocky dating?
A$AP Rocky. Rihanna.
I used his government name.
It took me a while.
As Soon As Possible Rocky.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
A$AP Rocky.
All right. Now, do you want to hear the botched national anthem?
Oh, my God, yes.
This was for the presidential debate for third-party candidates. So, Jill Stein, I know, is running this year. And then a bunch of other people who should probably just get out. But this was the debate for candidates who don't have any chance of winning, okay?
All right.
The singer is known as Loomis, and she's now going viral after singing the Star Spangled Banner. It goes off the rails. It's almost like you can see it. There are some F-bombs that have been beeped here. For some reason, she thought they could just start over, but they remind her, we're live. So here's the way it went down. I'm going to play the whole glorious thing for you, okay?
Okay.
Who's brought stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare
Can I go back? Can I go back, please?
Can I go back? I effed it up.
And
Can
you
I
just
go
hear,
back? Oh,
We're live? Girl.
maybe don't make it so frilly and fancy, you know?
Yeah, just
Why
be
make
yourself.
it harder to sing than it already
Sing
is?
it the way you usually. That song is already hard to sing.
Right. Don't make it harder for yourself, Loomis.
Oh, man.
Can I go back? Can I go back, please?
Oh, man.
I got too nervous. Girl, proof through the night that our flag was still there. Whoa, say does that star spangled banner for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Oh, man.
They ended up. Well, she finished strong.
Right.
She must have, that must have gotten rid of those jitters she had. So, do you want to hear what the singer has to say today?
Yes, definitely.
She issued an apology yesterday late. Says she got nervous and panicked and felt terrible because her family was watching, including her dad, who's an Army veteran. She told TMZ, though, she's fine with it because, quote, failure is greatness sometimes.
Yeah.
You're getting played on the radio. I guess that's
a
something.
meme of it says, well, that's a pretty good representation of our country right there.
A little shaky. A little shaky. Speaking of the week ahead of us and everything coming up in the next several days, a couple big dates on the calendar.
Brace yourself for the big, scary day. Be prepared to face the most chilling sight of all, the ballot box. The one when the scariest of humans crawl from out of the shadows. There's no hiding as spine-tingling choices assault your soul. Get ready for the vote that haunts you. This election day, courage is your only costume.
Find out what's going on. Quirky facts about our region. Urgent things you need to know impacting your drive. And of course, nothing but El Paso's best rock. Oh,
step stool?
No more. Easily trap and lock dust from hard to reach places with the Swiffer Duster. Love it or your money back.
Do you want to hear something really scary?
The KLAQ Morning Show with Buzz Adams is back.
No! God, please, no! No!
El Paso's rock monster.
No!
95.5 KLAQ.
Believe we have a live call. I've got plenty of neckline calls. People sharing their opinion of what the Cowboys should do next.
Uh-huh.
They lost to San Francisco yesterday. So I want to get to some of those calls.
Okay.
Live on the studio line, though, it's Stoner Guy. Stoner Guy.
Yo.
What's up?
Yo.
What's happening,
up,
Stoner
man?
Guy?
Dude, you remember how I called, it was a couple months ago, where I said, everybody's always asking, what's up, Buzz? But they never ask, how's Buzz?
No, I don't recall that, but I wish I did. I'm sorry.
Nah, it's cool. Hey, so I have a Halloween edition. So a little setup. It's like a meme of Michael Myers, right?
Okay.
And it says, they always ask, why you killing? But they never ask, what's killing you?
Make
So
it,
deep.
Wow, that is deep, Stoner Guy.
Dude, so are you all right, man? We got this election coming up, dude. It's just bad feelings all the way around.
I don't know. I just drove through. You live in where do you live again?
San Angelo.
San Angelo, right. So I drove across West Texas up through Lubbock and across through Wichita Falls. And, I saw So I saw Trump signs, but not as many as I did in 2020 at around this time. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe the people don't own the property anymore, but I got to think some people they may still vote Trump, but I've got to think at least a few of them aren't comfortable having the flag up in front of their property. Right. All right, Stoner guy, you have a good one, all right?
Dude,
all right.
y'all have a good one, man. Hope you're all right, too, man.
Me?
How's Buzz, bro?
Oh, all right. Got it. Thanks, Stoner guy.
All right.
Good, I guess.
Okay, good to know. Yeah. We'll keep asking.
It was a very restful weekend.
We'll ask in the coming week.
How's Buzz?
How's Buzz doing?
Here's something for you. They, who is they? I always like USA Today. All right.
Okay.
Put together a list of the best horror movies of this century.
Oh, did they?
They did. And I'm wondering if you've seen all of them. Okay, so I'll tell you the horror movie. You tell me yes or no you saw him.
Okay.
And if you did see it, what do you give it on a Queen of Halloween scale of 1 to 10?
Okay.
They've got the number one horror movie of this century is one I've never heard of before.
Of the century?
Yeah, so ever since 2000.
Okay.
Kill List, which came out in 2012.
Kill List?
I've never even heard of it.
I've never heard of that.
Well, it got the number one spot.
To IMDb.
Oh, yeah. Just jot down a note here because you might want to look some of these up later. In the second position of the best movies so far of this century, 28 Days Later, which came out in 2003.
Yeah, classic there.
Really
Great.
game changer for the zombie genre.
5 out of 5 skulls.
Yeah, you give it high marks?
Yes.
In the number 3 position, they have The Wailing.
Oh, yes.
Yeah? What's that about?
It's like a Japanese horror film. Really good. Yeah, 5 out of 5 bloody skulls.
All right. Here, I need a little music.
Yeah.
Number 5, Get Out.
Oh.
No, excuse me. I skipped one. Number 4, The Witch, 2016. Anya Taylor-Joy.
That is a good one. It's very
creepy. And the
unsettling kind of.
That goat looks like the devil.
Dark Philip. Or Black Philip.
Black Philip folds sits on a crown sits on his head. Yeah, check out The Witch.
Yeah.
Good work there by everybody.
4.5 bloody skulls out of 5.
Just 4.5. All right, number 5 is Get Out.
Okay, number 5.
Get Out.
Get Out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, 4 out of 5 bloody skulls.
Right. Number 6, Hereditary.
Oh.
And that is the only, what's that dude's name again?
Ari Aster.
Yeah, that's the only Ari Aster movie on the list is Hereditary.
No Midsommar.
Nope. They went with Hereditary.
Hereditary is
instead.
a good choice, though. Yeah, 4 out of 5 bloody skulls.
Number 7, The Babadook.
Oh, man, The Babadook.
You think that belongs in the top 10?
In the top 10 of this century, yeah, probably.
Come on.
It's a little bit more cerebral, if you will.
Okay. But
mainly that kid is why I can't rewatch that movie.
Why? What is
He's
it?
just screaming the entire time.
Well, the Babadook's after him. What do you give the Babadook?
Like 3.5.
3.5.
Bloody skulls.
Bloody skulls. Number 8, It Follows from 2015.
Oh, that's a good one.
Is that the one where basically the haunting or the ghost or whatever is like a sexually transmitted disease?
Yeah, basically.
I've never seen it.
But you know what it's about. I think it was really good. Yeah. 4 out of 5 bloody
4
skulls.
out of 5 bloody skulls. Not bad. There are a couple, and this is one of them on the list that I'm not convinced this is a horror movie.
Okay.
Black Swan, 2010.
That's an interesting choice to put in a horror movie list.
Right. You're not completely convinced it's a horror movie.
No.
I mean, there were definitely some pretty horrifying parts, like when she was hallucinating and stuff.
Oh, God. And then when she sees, like, feathers in her back.
Yeah. So Black Swan?
I mean, as a
Don't
movie.
even know that it's a
as a
horror
whole,
movie.
yeah, that's a good 4 out of 5. not Bloody Skulls, but, you know.
Number 10, The Substance.
The Substance. I haven't seen that.
Have you
the
heard of it?
new one with Demi Moore?
I don't know. It came out in 2024, so this year.
I have not seen it.
Really?
No, I don't know if
No,
it's
just
even
really
out.
that there was such a good movie that came out in 2024, and I haven't even heard of it.
You haven't heard of it? It had got like such great reviews at Cannes or at the Venice Film Festival.
What is The Substance? Silicone would be my guess. Look at it.
I'm not entirely sure what it's about. Demi Moore plays this woman who I guess is trying to recapture her youth, and she takes something called the substance, I guess, and it turns her back into her youthful self, which is then played by Margaret Qualley. But I'm not entirely sure that's what it's about. That's what I kind of got the point of it.
How many bloody skulls?
I don't know. 0 skulls. I have not seen it.
Number 11, a movie from 2020, His House.
His House.
We're reading USA Today's list of scariest movies of this century.
I've not seen it. I've never even heard of it.
Never even heard of it. All right. Me neither. Number 12, The Devil's Backbone.
The Devil's Backbone. I've heard of it, but I've never seen
2001
it.
says here.
Never seen it.
Now here's one I know you know. And I don't know if this is the American remake or the Dutch, I want to say Dutch original. At number 13 from 2008, Let the Right One In.
Oh, yeah.
The Dutch one.
The Dutch one, yes.
Don't mess around with the American one.
Don't.
Just watch the Dutch one.
Watch the original.
Bloody Skulls?
5 out of 5.
5 out of 5. There you go. Let the right one in.
A great movie.
They need to be talking Denmark talk or something, or Norwegian or whatever it is. Number 14, The Cabin in the Woods from 2012.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's extremely meta.
Very. You can't go in thinking like, I am a huge horror aficionado.
It seems like the most cliched horror movie you've ever seen, but then it starts.
It has a really good
It's
twist.
got a good twist.
5 out of 5 Bloody Skulls.
5 out of 5 for The Cabin in the Woods. Finally, another one I'm going to say, not convinced it's a horror movie.
Okay.
Shaun of the Dead.
Shaun of the Dead.
Good movie.
Great
It's got
movie.
zombies in it.
Uh-huh.
It's the Hot Fuzz guys. But
More
not, I mean, I wasn't
comedy, I
scared
think.
by it.
Right. You laughed more than you were frightened.
Right.
But
So,
still, overall, as a movie, 5 out of 5.
yeah, good movie. Would not have made it on my horror. I would not have thought of it as a
Right.
horror movie. All right.
Good list.
You want to hear some phone calls?
Yeah.
The Cowboys lost yesterday to the
Boo.
49ers. Not a great day for Cowboy fans, so hopefully our first call will be at least positive.
The Cowboys, no. It was like bang, bang. The Cowboys went down. Like, no, man. Gee, let's see. But you know what? I still have hope. It's still early. I know we can still make it to that Super Bowl. I know we can do it, man.
3 and 4.
We just got to have some hope. A lot of hope. A lot of hope.
A lot of hope.
Gee, Cowboys. I know we can still do it. We can still do it.
Got another call.
It's been a while since I've called in. Niners haven't been doing too good. Just to let you know to all your Cowboy fans, not going to happen this week, and it didn't happen last year. Let's go. Bang, bang. Niners gang. Let's go.
Here's the calls. The 49ers force a turnover on 4th down to stop the Cowboys, who are mounting a comeback. Final score on Sunday Night Football, San Francisco 30, the Cowboys 24.
Prescott got to roll, got to put it up top, double coverage, contact, no flag, incomplete.
All right, and one more call from a concerned, either Cowboy fan or not a fan. Well, seems like we're getting them for both.
I think I need to talk to all the Cowboys fans out there. Something needs to change. and I'm calling for a boycott. And I'm talking about all the Cowboys fans not buying no merchandise. I'm talking about shirts, hats, jerseys, little freaking coffee mugs,
whatever it is,
nothing,
dude.
Because this team is trash. And first of all, you got the highest paid quarterback in NFL history.
I think that's what kills a lot of people is that Dak Prescott has the richest contract, meaning he's making more to play football than Tom Brady ever did.
Oh, really?
Brett Favre or
and
any
he's
of the greats.
losing?
He's losing about half of them, yeah.
Tom Brady was not paid the money that Dak Prescott is being paid. And he's garbage.
Well, that is a recurring theme that I'm hearing from Cowboy fans. How are we supposed to make any progress? They just paid Dak Prescott this ludicrous contract of $60 million.
Dak Prescott cannot win you the games consistently. Dak Prescott is not one of the top 10 quarterbacks in the NFL right now.
Prescott, and it's intercepted. Prescott looking in zone. That one's picked off. Prescott over the middle in traffic, and it's intercepted. Here's Prescott, and that is going to be picked off.
You know, we can rebuild him, make him better, faster, stronger. Mr. Jones, with all due respect, we can't pay him any more money. We're paying him $60 million a year. Hogwash. Give me my credit card. All right.
Dak Prescott is the $60 million man. Already showing.
Coming up after the Buzz Adams Morning Show, Glenn Garza and Daniel Paulus.
Fall Festival, 8 p.m. at Live FC, just off Dyer at 5505 Will Road, next to the Bowling Family YMCA.
The Buzz Adams Morning Show, Monday through Friday, 5 to 10. KLAQ and KLAQ HD1, El Paso, a Town Square media station.
Nico exerted himself and sprained his voice, I guess. So he's not here today. That means, Joanna, for the remainder of today's show, you know what it is.
Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us.
It's just us, baby.
Just the two of us. Building castles in the sky.
You got the Hollywood Cheesemay coming up in just a few minutes, huh?
I do.
All right. I had a couple of other stories I thought I would share with you. I've got some stories picked out today.
Okay.
Congratulations to one American city that has really, really gone above and beyond. They have managed to be Orkin's most rat-infested American city.
Oh, no.
For 10 years in a row, an entire decade.
Wow, that is a feat, you know?
This city, congratulations.
Congratulations.
You have been America's rattiest city for a decade.
Oh, no.
Orkin, you know, the pest control people, put out an annual list of the most rat-infested cities. And for the 10th year in a row, Chicago beat out New York, Philly, Los Angeles. Congratulations, Chicago. You haven't had this kind of winning record since Michael Jordan was playing.
Is it Chicago where they had that, rat hole?
There was something in the pavement that there wasn't a rat in there, but it was definitely in the shape of a rat. So
it's like in the cartoons when you would
run through a wall.
They would run through the wall and it leaves the outline. Wasn't this an outline of a rat?
That's what it looked like, yeah.
And people were going and getting married at the rat hole and taking all these pictures at that rat hole.
Maybe Chicago's proud of it.
So, yeah, congratulations, Chicago.
Orkin says Chicago can thank its large transit system and, quote, abundance of alleys for the unwavering rat issue. So here's
their rat hole.
Here's something that I think people get wrong about New York City. New York City does not have many alleys.
Okay.
They always pop up like in Spider-Man. He's always getting in a fight in an alley.
Yeah.
But I don't know how many they have, but they don't have that many alleys. That's just not the way their city's laid out. Bravo, though, to Los Angeles and New York as well. They have both been in the top 3 for 7 years in a row, so they're showing up. So here you go. The 10 rattiest cities in America are Chicago, number 1, followed by L.A., New York, San Francisco, D.C., Denver, Philadelphia, Detroit, Baltimore, and Cleveland. Rats can just thrive anywhere. They don't care. It's hotter than hell. We're there.
They're cool with it.
Freezing our little mouse nuggets off. We're there.
Wow, they have rat hole merchandise. You can get a keychain that has the rat hole.
Did you ever write an article about it?
No, I'm looking at it right now.
I was going to say maybe bring it back up. Congratulations, Chicago.
My kind of town, Chicago is. My kind of town, Chicago is. My kind of people too. People who smile at you, and each time I roam Chicago.
All right. Got a neckline call that must have come in, I want to say, probably Friday.
Yo, morning. LA Neighborhood Line Cook here. I just want to talk about something that y'all talked about yesterday, like we just, glossed over it. Buzz, really? You got a closet full of corsets? No. Are they just for Halloween?
Nobody said I had a closet full of corsets. I have a closet with nothing but costumes.
If a corset is in there,
if I had a closet, I would, you'd have to be like a professional drag queen in Vegas to have that many corsets.
Do you know how much corsets are? It's expensive.
And you know how hard it is to find them in plus sizes?
Nico, be honest. Let us know what's up. I mean, sounds normal, but is it normal?
No, you misunderstood.
What?
Have you ever seen the famous closets full of costumes?
I have.
I never throw anything out. I'm a real pack rat.
You really are.
Or hoarder, if you prefer.
Taking off. Hey, that Wicks guy, D.A. Wicks, I'm not even from Texas, but I would vote for him solely for the fact that he sounds like them old commercial diabetes guys.
Who?
I didn't catch who he said.
But I would vote for him.
Oh, wait. Let me get it back here. We've done a lot of interviews with the election and the local elections coming up.
But is it normal?
Okay. It's not course.
Taking off. Hey, that Wicks guy, D.A. Wicks, I'm not even from Texas.
D.A. Hicks, Bill Hicks. All right.
But I would vote for him solely for the fact that he sounds like them old commercial diabetes guys.
Wait, like Wilford Brimley?
That's funny.
Diabetes.
You know what I'm talking about. Do you suffer from diabetes?
I have diabetes.
Yeah, I would vote for him just for his voice, just so I can hear him talk.
Okay.
Whatever,
All right. Thank you for the call. It was costumes, not corsets.
Uh-huh.
Maybe you just had corsets on the brain. I don't know.
Joanna's Hollywood Cheese Mess. Joanna's Hollywood Cheese Mess. Joanna's Hollywood Cheese Mess.
Joanna, tell us more. Time for our Hollywood Cheesemay report. Good morning, Joanna Barba.
Oh, good morning, Buzz Adams. On a Sunday afternoon, a Timothy Chalamet look-alike contest in New York's Washington Square Park attracted a large crowd of young men resembling the actor.
Or women. I think probably a young woman could pull it off.
In there, yeah. The gathering took an unexpected turn when Chalamet himself appeared disguised in a mask and a hat before revealing his identity to the ecstatic crowd. Police attempted to manage the crowd's size, even detaining at least one participant for an unknown reason. Also, they're looking to fine the organizers of the event for not having the proper license for such an event. Anyway,
it sounded like more of a meetup than anything.
It was definitely more of a meetup that I guess Timothée Chalamet himself heard about, that he decided to crash it. He gave the winner a hug. Anyway, the contest, which was widely promoted with a $50 prize, drew in dozens of Chalamet doppelgangers and hundreds of spectators.
Did you ever hear the story about Charlie Chaplin and the Charlie Chaplin lookalike contest?
Didn't he lose?
He showed up and participated and lost.
At his own contest. Lizzo claims to have been canceled for everything this year, but losing public favor hasn't stopped the singer from going all out for Halloween as usual. Over the Halloween weekend, Lizzo decided to clap back at critics of her recent weight loss and to the writers of South Park. In her vibrant photo shoot to celebrate the ghoulish holiday, Lizzo is seen dressed in an Ozempic costume.
Try Lizzo.
She wrote on Instagram, "Okay, Halloween, you can start now." To dial things up a notch, Lizzo and her photographer decided to generate a mock advertisement for the drug, which read, "Need self-love? Try Lizzo. Lose guilt, gain confidence. Side effects include a smile on your face and a pep in your step."
So the premise, if you didn't see that episode, was Cartman couldn't get Ozempic because his doctor didn't say that it was medically necessary. So instead, they give you, they give you, well, the next best thing, try Lizzo. And it's just, you listen to Lizzo and you feel more body positivity. So it makes you feel better about being fat.
That's hilarious. Behind Lizzo is a cutout of the show's character, Eric Cartman, a drawback to her being referenced in the show back in May. Last month, Lizzo denied user claims that she was using the drug, saying, quote, "When you finally get Ozempic allegations after 5 months of weight training and calorie deficit." In another post shared to Lizzo's Instagram page, she continued to troll South Park by twerking on an inflatable Eric Cartman costume. Sydney Sweeney said that she was excited to train and transform her body to play boxer Christy Martin in a biopic about who they call the female Rocky.
What I call punching bags there.
Buzz. Looks like all that hard work has paid off because she is looking buff. Buzz, you should look up some pictures of her. In an Instagram post, Sweeney wrote, quote, "Over the past few months, I've immersed in training to bring to life the story of an incredible woman, a true champion who fought battles both inside and outside the ring. Her journey is a testament to resilience, strength, and hope, and I'm honored to step into her shoes to share her powerful story with you all." Sweeney ended the post with Christy Martin. The untitled movie does not have a release date yet.
I want to suggest the Christy Martin story.
That's a good one, yeah. Or the story of Christy Martin. We'll see which one gets it. When James Franco became one of the villains of the Me Too movement, his longtime friend Seth Rogen cut ties with him, and not just in public. Speaking with Variety, the actor shared that it was disappointing that he hasn't been in contact with Rogen in a while, but that he cherished the time that they had spent together and said, quote, "I haven't talked to Seth. I love Seth. We had 20 great years together, but I guess it's over, and not for lack of trying. I've told him how much he's meant to me."
They were both on that comedy that only ran like 9 episodes one season. Freaks and Geeks.
Freaks and Geeks.
That's
Such a great show.
Great show.
Franco's career paused after he faced sexual misconduct allegations in a 2019 lawsuit. Rogen shared that same year that he didn't intend to work with Franco in the future. For now, Franco says that he's worked to change since 2019 and said, quote, "Being told you're bad is painful, but ultimately that's kind of what I needed to just stop going the way that I was going. I've honestly moved past it."
I think the allegations, or some of the allegations, were he would teach acting classes and pretty much just use it as a sneaky way to get into bed with somebody.
Right.
All right.
So, ugh. Moving on, a judge in New Mexico has dismissed the motion to reopen Alec Baldwin's involuntary manslaughter case for the shooting of the Rust cinematographer Helena Hutchins. Judge Mary Marlowe Somer ruled that state prosecutors don't have factual or legal arguments that could justify a motion to reconsider. While the criminal case seems to be over, Baldwin is still facing nearly a dozen civil suits related to the Rust shooting, and Special Prosecutor Carrie Morrissey is planning to appeal this ruling. And finally, Apple is developing a movie based on the Oregon Trail, the beloved educational computer game that has spawned multiple generations of in-jokes and memes among gamers. The Hollywood Reporter reports that the film, which is currently in early development, will be an action comedy with a handful of musical numbers in the vein of Barbie.
There's probably going to be a lot of dysentery humor, I got to think.
The story, as you might expect, will be about a 19th century covered wagon train traveling to the Willamette Valley in Oregon. The original game was developed as a text-based adventure in 1971 and produced by the Minnesota Educational Computer Consortium starting in 1975. It found a lasting place in pop culture as generations of American school children watched their characters die of typhoid, dysentery, and all other types of diseases and wandered around shooting way too many buffalo. Oregon Trail looks to be the latest classic game to get its own movie, following in the footsteps of Super Mario Brothers and other well-known franchises. The trend has found mixed success, with Mario earning more than $1 billion, but Borderlands being a flop at the box office. The Oregon Trail does not yet have a release date. And with your entertainment news, I'm Joanna Barba.
Let's see if there's anything scary on TV tonight, okay?
QTV, is that entertainment? She fell in love with a demon from hell.
I love you, honey.
What are you talking about? I'm a demon from hell, woman. You knew I was like this when you married me.
Yes, but I just figured I would change you.
Oh, come on. I'm a demon from hell.
That doesn't mean you have to be a grumpy Gus all the time.
Look, just bring forth my doom spawn from your stink crevice.
Oh, such a charmer.
Yeah.
Kiss me.
Not gonna do it.
Come on.
Demon from hell.
Little kiss.
Hell to the no.
Come here, you bad boy.
You're in my personal space right now.
Pucker up.
No, hey.
Pucker up.
No means no.
Demon from hell.
Demon from hell.
It's Halloween! Yeah, it's Halloween!
Happy Holly My Weenie from the Buzz Adams Morning Show.
What's their number? Call Rooter, that's the name.
And away go troubles down the drain.
Oh, guess who this is?
Buzz Adams and the KLAQ Morning Show.
You must be the greatest radio show host ever.
Buzz is back.
Welcome to our Monday show, everybody. I hope you had a great weekend. I hope you're ready for Halloween this Thursday. And Election Day a week from Tuesday. World Series gets back in action tonight. Dodgers took both of the games, game 1 and 2, both in Los Angeles. Exciting games, too. Series goes back to New York for 3 games. And back to Los Angeles for 2 more if they need that many games.
Awesome.
Game 3 of the World Series tonight is 6 o'clock El Paso time. Check it out on the Fox Network. Dodgers up 2 going into tonight's game over on Monday Night Football. Steelers host the New York Giants. You might be wondering about Shohei Ohtani.
Yeah.
He partially dislocated his shoulder, so he hasn't been pitching.
Oh, no.
But word is that Shohei will play tonight in Game 3 of the World Series.
Oh.
All right. Just like to keep you up to date.
Thank you.
On that sort of thing. Oh, it's my pleasure. Have you heard rumors that Meryl Streep, greatest actor of our generation,
An icon, yes.
is romantically involved with Martin Short?
I have heard the steamy rumors.
Is that all they are? Just
They're
rumors?
just rumors. Neither of them have confirmed anything.
Well,
but they walk everywhere together holding hands.
Add this to Wouldn't that be something?
I know,
Meryl
right?
Streep and Martin Short. Give me a break, I must say. do you even remember that character from SNL way back in the day?
Kind of.
Ed Grimley?
Yeah.
He had his own Saturday morning cartoon for a season.
A cartoon?
Yep. Based on the character from Saturday Night Live.
Oh, I love Martin Short.
Well, here's some more juice for the rumors, okay?
Oh, okay.
According to Entertainment Weekly, Meryl, by the way, is 75.
Okay.
Meryl Streep and Martin Short's going to be, in the same ballpark there, I guess. After filming a romantic scene with Martin for the show, Miss Streep actually cried and thanked the show's co-creator, John Hoffman.
What show?
Only Murders in the Building.
Oh. Do you watch that?
Yeah, I watched the first season, and I just couldn't commit to it the way I felt like I would need to.
Uh-huh.
It's very New York, which, nothing against that, but so she did a romantic scene with Martin Short. The creator said, "Why are you thanking me?" And she said, "I just got to play a scene I really thought that the likes of which I wouldn't have a chance to do. To play romantic scenes at this age with this band in this way, it's the greatest thing ever." End quote by Meryl Streep. So, did you find out how old Marty Short is?
74.
Okay.
He is 74.
Yeah. All right. Good. You know what? If they are,
Isn't
good for
that
them.
cute if they are? They're always holding hands and they're like flirty with each other.
I'm watching the Penguin, though, man. That is good. I kind of wish I could go as the Penguin for Halloween this year.
You should.
Let's see. All right, here's a story out of Ohio. Walmart is pressing charges against one of their employees for peeing on bags of potting mix.
Oh, gross.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you the story, and I'm going to say,
Okay.
Look, they could have sold all this to me for 1/10 the price. They didn't have to throw it all away. It's just a little pee. It's not going to hurt your potting soil, right?
If anything, it may enhance
It may.
You don't know.
It's got ammonia in it. A Walmart in Ohio is pressing charges against a former employee who was caught peeing on a pallet of potting mix outside the store. He was captured on the surveillance footage. Also showed the employee consuming alcohol on the premises. And then, going out and micturating on the potting soil. Did I micturate on your rug, Mr. Lebowski? They ruined 72 bags of potting mix, value of over $400. All of the potting mix had to be thrown away. To which I say,
all of it?
Yeah, why? Get a hose, water it down. It's going to be no worse for wear.
Yeah, if anything, you could probably hike up the price a little. Like, this has been...
Got a little extra.
It's got some extra nutrients in it, probably.
Maybe this person was a former employee, as I'm reading more into the story here. So
okay.
Maybe he didn't work there anymore. So they don't know if the suspect was just drunk or if they intentionally did it as some kind of revenge on the store.
On the store. Oh, maybe that's what they're more mad about.
Okay, so it might be the latter. It sounds like from the story here that they had recently been fired from Walmart.
Yeah.
The name of the person not released. I'm going to say safe to assume it was a male employee here, though, Joanna.
I think that would be the better guess, yes.
What? You got to throw out all the potting soil?
Yeah, I don't think they had to throw it all away either.
It's potting. He went potty on the potting.
Once again, maybe it enhanced the soil a little
wasteful.
bit. Very wasteful.
I'm glad you agree. You know what I'll be glad to be done with
What's
next
that?
week? All of these, pleas for donations from Kamala or Eric Trump or who else have I gotten them from? Just about anybody.
I keep getting text messages from vote.org.
Yeah.
And they're like, just $10. And I'm all, how did you get this number?
I've got the news on in here. And last week they were talking about how some, especially elderly people, but some elderly people had kind of been cleaned out because they signed up for some of these recurring donation deals and lost track of or did it multiple times. But there's one guy that's like $30,000, 80-year-old dude, everything he had in life gone because he responded to these fundraising things.
Right.
And it's always urgent. The next 24 hours are crucial.
I know. And I'm all, I already voted. I don't got to donate anymore.
I guess.
I already did my duty.
Can you opt out of those? Because, first of all, I know this isn't from Kamala Harris.
Right.
I know it's not from J.D. Vance. I know that it's just a fundraising.
But I think it did say, like, to stop getting these. I probably should have responded instead of deleting the message.
I'm afraid that if you respond to not get it, you're just going to get more.
Yeah, they're going to find another way.
I feel like if you respond in any way, that lets them know at least it's an active phone number, and they're just going to lay it in more. I'm sick of it.
I am too. Stop asking me for $10. You give me $10. I voted.
Yeah, but they're going to match it 400 times.
Are they?
No. I wonder how much of it is just straight up scam.
Lies.
Like how much of it is actually connected to an election or not.
Now that you're telling me about these old people ones, like that just seems predatory. Like they know, like these elderly people are not.
They bombard you with them too.
They don't. These elderly people probably don't know that they're signing up for something that's a recurring payment, and they're just like getting their bank accounts cleaned out.
Yeah, if you don't keep track of that sort of thing. It's sad because my default position has become I'm not responding to any online solicitation. However much I might agree or not with whatever you're asking for, this has got to end. Like, I don't trust anybody who would just say, yeah, use my name, raise money however you can, just get that money out of their pocket and into our coffers.
Bombard their phones with all these texts.
But here's the thing. They're all doing it. Everybody's doing it.
That's true. You don't even know who's the bad guy anymore.
I'm just looking.
But I voted, so stop asking me for money.
Got one from Kamala Harris for president. Just one $47 donation.
47.
What an odd
have you noticed,
number.
Like, they give, like, really weirdly specific numbers.
There's so many
the one I
things
got
weird
was
about this.
$10.10. And they were like, that's all we need is $10.10.
And they also talk about how terrible their candidate is doing. So this one's from Kamala Harris.
They kind of put it on you like, if they lose,
Listen to
it's
this.
because you didn't donate.
I'll read directly from the Kamala Harris fundraiser. As you read this, Donald Trump is pummeling Kamala Harris with more than $20 million in battleground state ad. So here's the reason. And they want $47. Now, they're not going to take the $47 and go, thank you, we're not going to bother you anymore because $47.
They're going to be like, you already gave $47. But if you gave another $47, imagine what we could do.
They're absolutely going to zero in on that, which is why I don't donate.
Which is why they're not getting a penny out of me.
So the guy who just hates Nico is calling.
Again?
Well, which guy?
So are you guys just going to act like if you don't talk about him, we won't notice that he's not there?
We mentioned it as soon as the show started.
Right.
I'm sure it has come up at least 3 or 4 times already this morning. Yeah, Nico's not here.
He's not here. You should be happy about it.
Is it because he did a couple of shows this weekend that he gets the day off? I don't know. Just curious. Is he coming into work or what? You should have fired this guy a long time ago.
Well, dude, as we mentioned earlier, he's not coming in. He did give us advance notice. So we knew he wouldn't be in.
There are some listeners that just hate how much he misses work. and how late he is.
I know. Do you notice how we're just like, meh?
I mean, I get it. It's like getting poked in the eye with a stick, you know?
I only get mad when he doesn't give us advance notice.
You're here before the show starts.
Yes.
I'm here before the show starts.
Show can't start without me.
Freaking Grizz is here before the show starts.
Grizz is here before me. I wonder, like, it's just the two of us today, and we kind of struggle sometimes when Nico's not here. How do Iris and Grizz do it? It's just two of them.
Oh. I haven't heard their show.
Morning, Buzz and family. Early Bird here.
Hello.
Yeah, man. I was listening to you guys talk about that old rat situation in Chicago.
Yeah.
I grew up in Washington, D.C., and I don't remember seeing any rats. But I can say this. I did notice that on the list of the places with the most rats and stuff like that, all these are places that have subway systems. So I'm assuming, because there's, more deeper underground, darker places in those type of cities, then that could be a possible reason why there's, excess amounts of rats in those areas. Mm-hmm. Something to think about. El Paso gets a subway system. We may get some rats to come with it.
Maybe, yeah. All of these cities. Well, Chicago's known for the L, which is the elevated train.
And didn't they say that's kind of the reason because it's their subway system is one of the largest?
Oh, they do have a big subway system.
I thought that's what you said.
Chicago does.
Yeah.
Well, I've never gone on the subway.
I've never been to Chicago.
But I have seen the L. The elevated train that goes around. Uh-huh. Also, this was over 20 years ago.
I've seen it in movies.
So Chicago, the rattiest city in America, not just this year, but for the last 10 consecutive years.
Congratulations.
Chicago has taken the cake as far as the rat capital goes.
Hey, it's me, Ricky Rat. Join me and all my friends at the affordable family fun park, Rat World. Home of the exciting thrill ride, the Wobbly Coaster. Not assembled by union workers, if you know what I mean. All rides have been adapted for extra large people. And you can meet all of our straight-to-VHS characters, like Elsie from Freezing. Brush it off. Drew Skyrunner from Sky Battles. And other copyright dodgers. Hey, parent, smoke 'em if you got 'em, because at Rat World, rules is for fools. So bring the whole gang, and when we say gang, we have a lot of gang activity, to Rat World, located in Arcadia, Florida. Not near a beach, not near Orlando. I'm Ricky Rat, and I'll see you soon, and like my famous song says, don't stop believing in made-up things.
I'm Daniel Paulus, and whether you're wrapping up your workday on
requires eligible plan, coverage, and other restrictions apply. Visit att.com/onenetwork for details.
You are about to witness the most astounding living monstrosity of all time.
El Paso's rock monster.
Everyone's favorite monster.
This is the morning show on 95.5 KLAQ.
Welcome to the show, everybody. Special guest in the studio, one of the stars of a runaway hit on Netflix, Tex-Mex Motors. And we're talking to Scooter. Hey, Scooter.
Good morning, man. Good morning. Thank you guys for having me here.
Oh, yeah.
Bus, thank you guys.
So I guess
missing Nico.
Yeah, Nico's Monday. Real hit or miss,
He's
Scooter.
a real boss. He's a real boss.
So, I drive everywhere I go. If I'm going to go to LA, I drive. If I'm going to go to Dallas, I drive.
I'm the same way as you.
But you're looking for cars, and I've started doing that. Like sometimes you'll go through these little towns that don't have more than 1,000 people, and they'll have some cherry piece of machinery just sitting out there on a lot. That's what you do, but do you go all over Texas and adjoining states, or mostly to Mexico?
Well, a little bit of both, because my family, my wife, she likes to travel a lot. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't
but
like
don't you always have your eyes out for some?
But everywhere we go, like I've told people, I've driven from El Paso to Seattle, El Paso to Orlando. I've gone to El Paso, Dallas, New York. But everywhere I go, like I keep an eye out for cars.
What's just the most stunning thing that you could not believe that it was sitting where it was?
My wife at the Electric Q. 1995. Halloween night. It's gonna be. Oh, I had
electric cue.
I had to slip that in there, man, because I just had my 29th
anniversary,
and I forgot about it. But,
and you guys met at Halloween. What was she dressed up as? Like a witch?
Yeah. Well, no. Her friend was. But that's why I have to bring it up because
you have to make up for it.
I have to
now.
make up for it. I met her Halloween night of October of 1995 at the Electric Q in Juarez, and I didn't want to go that night because we were looking to parties to crash, and then one of my friends goes, well, let's go to Juarez. It's cheaper, and
So you did,
and I did. They forced me and knife to throat and all
29 years. Yeah. Wow, man, that's really
that was
something.
the best night of my life, man. No, but going back to the cars, I'm always keeping an eye out for cars, man.
Wonder if I should text you. Hey, just saw a Studebaker.
Yeah, dude. Hey, no, by all means. That's what I tell everybody. If you do, tell me, man. Tell me because it's pretty. Like I'm gonna give you a quick example. I found a 1955 Bel Air 2-door. I'm not gonna say where, but I asked the owner if it was for sale. And he was like, "Nah, they always give you the same answer, and
I'm going to fix it up."
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm just waiting.
Yeah.
I'm going to eventually.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I cruised by the place. Like year after year for 6 years, and then one of those years I saw like 10, 15 kids jumping on the roof of it, and it caved in. And
my God!
They totaled the car, man. That's to me that's heartbreaking.
So I knew the next season must be coming out soon because we were outside our office and across the parking lot at the restaurant right next door.
Yeah, we recorded here next door too. Yes,
you guys were doing some stuff next door.
Yes, November 22nd, Friday, November 22nd. That's when the show comes out on Netflix.
All right, Joanna sent me the trailer. How about I just kind of watch the trailer, and if we need you to, does that car have chicken wire on the window? Is that what that is?
It was an original chicken coop. It was. We found it being used as a chicken coop.
The car was being used as a chicken coop.
Yep. And I had to chase out the chickens. It's in the
disgusting in there.
It's in the episode. No,
so this thing was really a chicken.
Look at this thing, Joanna. It's still got the grass and hay and crap in there. It's probably got an egg in there somewhere too.
No, we ate afterwards.
So this thing was really a chicken coop.
Oh yeah,
a real chicken coop.
I got a question. How do you know if it's a real Celine?
All right, there's Scooter. This guy is
Rabbit.
That's
Rob
Rabbit.
Pitts.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Rest
buddy.
in peace. He passed away not too many weeks ago.
Well, it's crazy because I mean, even on his way out, he made an exit. He died on my son's birthday.
Yeah.
August the 25th.
At least he got to see this chicken coop car.
No, he got to see the whole series. So episodes because it's 8 episodes, and he saw 1 through 5 fully edited. And 6, 7, and 8 with black holes and missing graphics and stuff. But he saw the whole series.
Do you know why a chicken coop only has 2 doors?
Oh, caray. I want to hear this one. Nope.
Because if it had 4, it would be a chicken sedan. Yeah, you like that?
That's cool. That's
You
cool.
need authenticating. It's got all the right Celine markings on it.
Great.
All my experience is telling me it's a legit Celine. But the only way to be positive is to have the man himself, Steve Celine, authenticate it.
What is a Celine?
It's pretty much. I'm not a Ford guy, and this is what Rabbit explained to me because it's pretty much aesthetically fixed up Mustang and very minimal like mechanic wise things are put on it.
Now who's this guy? Is he not a regular?
No, he's not a regular. No, he's the upholsterer, but I don't think he's coming back.
All right.
Yes, sir.
And let me show you something my mechanical misses.
So we're going to get to see this season. We're still going to get to see Rabbit.
Yes, he comes
for the entire season.
So you'll know we started recording mid-January, and we ended up in the first week of May. And from the last 2 weeks of April to like May, he was battling. He could not stand up.
Yeah. So some of this was filmed when he was really doing bad.
All of it, like towards the end, and then
why was he so determined to do it? Do you think? Did he ever tell you?
He never told me, but I kind of got the vibe because he was like, "Well, I'm on my way. I already got a ticket.
Yeah,
I'm on my way out of here.
Yeah.
Might as well end it with a bang. That's the way I would like to go too, man. Going out with a bang.
This is the best part.
Oh, look at that!
Wow. Look how pristine this car is.
Everything's original.
Rabbit had a good voice, man. Rabbit
he could rival you,
Yeah,
man.
he really has a good radio voice.
This thing is bone stock. Granddad ran a day or two, but everything is there.
It is.
And a lot of people think that he's from Texas. No, he's not. He's from South Carolina, Greenville, South Carolina.
I knew it was a different kind of, people in East Texas definitely have their own accent, but this is I figured Georgia or one of the Carolinas.
The hatch and seats.
Yeah. It's in the back of the truck.
This is great. It's still got the chicken wire on it.
It's got all chicken wire all over it.
By the end of this episode, we're going to see it all fixed up.
Oh, yeah. So Steve Saline, the man himself, came over here. Him and his daughter. They
came to El Paso?
They came to El Paso to the shop. Real nice guy, man. And then there's the chicken right there. Like I always said about Rabbit, man, I've never met anybody like that guy, man. That dude knew his cars A to Z.
Well, I wish I could have known him better.
And man, and like I would find myself looking at cars over there in the middle of nowhere in Mexico, and I'd be calling him, "Hey man, I got this car. Well, I need to know if it's an original or if it's a clone or I need to know if this is supposed to be here." I even call him because I drive an old school truck, and
like from the 50s or something.
No, mine 60s. But this guy, he knew all years, all cars, all models, exotics, foreign, domestic. And I asked him, "Hey man, is this VIN number supposed to be like this?" And yeah, he cleared it out for me.
I want to get your opinion. You may not even have one. If you don't, that's
everybody
fine.
Has an opinion.
Because you're a I know what they say opinions are like.
They're like a beautiful
Everybody's
flower.
got one.
They bloom.
What do you think of these Cybertrucks when you see them driving around? Do you think that's a cool car?
No, man.
Tell me the truth.
It looks like a garbage dumpster.
I think it looks like a Kenmore refrigerator that I used to have, the stainless steel Kenmore.
Yes. Oh, let me tell you.
What are those things going for? Like 90, 100 grand?
I recently was texting with a friend of mine that lives in California, and, whom I know from childhood in Juarez, and his dad's going to get one, and it's going to cost him $95,000. And I always tell this to people. I mean, I don't oppose to change to technology. It's pretty cool. I embrace it. But I mean, at least cars in the past, they had style. They had that look. I mean, you knew that what the car was like.
Well, you'll know a Cybertruck when you see it from 2 miles away. I mean, the other cars that are like that are the Mini Cooper, the Volkswagen.
Oh, yeah. Yes. And I don't want to offend anybody because nowadays everybody gets offended. But I've always said this ever since the Cybertruck came out and the other Teslas. It's like, I respect their engines because, it's the future, quote unquote.
Yeah.
But I think they got Stevie Wonder and Jose Feliciano in their art department designing these vehicles. They're like, "Hey, Stevie, hey, what's up, man?"
I mean, people got them. They're proud of driving around. I mean, if you think it's a cool car and like the way it drives and like all the bells and whistles, by all means,
to each its own, like they say, right?
To each their own.
Let me ask you this, Buzz. Would you drive one? Would you drive one?
They brought over not a Cybertruck, but a pretty recent Tesla, and I just can't do the computer screen instead of a drive. It's like there's a computer screen. I'm a single task type of guy. I can drive or I can look at your computer screen. I can't do both of them. I don't think it would be safe for me to drive a Tesla.
Like the Disney cartoon, they're making us lazier. Like
Disney cartoons? Oh, like the one
Wall-E,
where they're...
remember Wall-E, where everybody in the future is like, they're all fat because
you have robots that bring you your food and everything.
Yeah, it's the same thing. And that kills the art of driving, man. What's the point of having those types of vehicles? That's just my opinion. Because I like to drive. Like I tell you, if you ask me, "Hey, Scooter, would you drive from here to New York City or would you fly?" I'm driving. What car?
Oh, I like to drive. I like to see what's along the way.
Yes.
Got a question for you here. Yes. Somebody's calling in, Scooter. 22nd, November 22nd, right? That's
November 22nd. That's when the show airs. Yes,
the show returns to Netflix,
and we're gonna have like a preview party afterwards. A little bit afterwards, we're still deciding on the venue where.
Yeah, let us know.
I'll let you guys know for sure, and you're all invited.
What up, Mo Show? Hey, I got 2 questions for Scooter. 1, was the new season filmed in El Paso? And 2, does Scooter's mom come out on the show? All right, y'all have a good day. Peace.
Scooter's mom.
What, did your mom show up?
No, it's my aunt.
Oh, okay.
Your
all right.
aunt. That's right.
That's probably what he meant.
Everybody loves Scooter's aunt.
Okay, so to answer your first question, we shot in El Paso, outside of Las Cruces. We shot in Juarez and Chihuahua City.
Yeah, so all in and around.
Yes, and then like I've told you since the beginning, since I was here the first time, the purpose or the theme of the show is to go deeper into Mexico, and then after that Central America, and then after that South America and the world.
God, would you just drive to South America?
Yeah.
Have you done it?
No, I would love to, man.
Yeah, you're eventually going to
I'll
get to a
invite you.
river with piranha in it or something, you know.
I've eaten piranhas before. They're good. Not raw, but I mean.
So Scooter heard but USA Today's list of the best horror movies of the century.
Yeah.
And he did not agree with all those choices.
No, I did not, man. What the
So
hell?
Scooter has his own list of
Oh my God!
the scariest
actual
movies.
list, paper, written
Yeah,
down.
no.
I appreciate that.
All right, so Scooter, what do you have at number one?
Number one is my wife waiting for me after I've done a shoot and I get home after 2 a.m. in the morning.
That's a horror show, right?
I'll let you know. Sorry. No cursing. I'm sorry. No, but it was how many movies were on your list that you guys had?
God, I think USA Today made it like 75, but,
No,
but I only
but
read 15.
Okay,
Yeah.
I got 20.
All right.
I got
Go
20.
ahead.
Okay, so number one, I got the scariest movie of all time, The Exorcist.
The Exorcist is definitely, but this was Scooter. This was only from this century, so everything since 2000.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Come
right.
on, man.
You got this whole list,
Oh,
but let me hear what's on your list.
Yeah, you got
That
me.
was the
there, bro.
last
That's good.
century. That was a century ago, bro.
Still a good start to
All
the
right,
list.
Exorcist is great.
Does
Always
that-
scary.
Does
When I
that
saw
make me
that,
ancient? Does that make me ancient?
I don't know. Did you see it in the theater? Were you old enough to go to the theater
No.
yourself?
I didn't see it on the theater. I was living in Juarez then, and then I saw it on VHS.
God, I did
Like
not
5
want
years
to.
after it came out.
I did not want to spend the night alone after I
Exactly.
saw
I didn't want
that
to go pee or
movie.
poop.
Yeah.
Like,
All right. What do you got at number two?
one was The Exorcist. Number two, The Prophecy. Damien. 666 on top of that.
That was one of the sequels.
The first one. Because
The Omen.
Yeah, The
The
Omen.
Omen.
No,
Oh, there you go.
It's because, yes. The Omen. Thank you, Joanna. Because, I'm from Juarez, and then they distort the name, so they're real bad. Oh, my God. The Omen. God.
All right. Number three,
That's what
Scooter.
they called it. Number three, The Evil Dead, the first one.
Yeah.
Before they added
Evil
the comedy.
Dead.
That was
Oh, it didn't have a lot of the comedy, just like the extreme
Not the
gore
first
and
one, it
stuff.
was-
the demons coming out of
All
the
right.
cellar, and the girls like, oh,
Number-
remind me of my wife and a pisser. I'm like,
Number four.
sorry, Mari. I love you. The Conjuring. The Conjuring was cool.
Oh, that's a good one.
Is that the one
And that's from this century.
with the Warrens,
That's it.
and they go
Yes.
to the house and they're down in the basement? That
The
is from this
very
century.
first one.
Not on that list, but you're right. Conjuring was
Conjuring was good,
solid.
man.
I thought
Let's
I
start on
agree.
that. Annabelle, the first one.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, good one.
Oh, I forgot. And then after Annabelle, Chucky has to go in next. Child's Play, yes.
He's editing his list
Yeah,
as
yeah.
he's going.
Right.
Yeah. Chucky, Child's Play. Because I remember when I saw that, when I first saw Chucky back, I think it came out in 1987. Or no, 89, I believe. Man, that scared the bejesus out of me. And the one that you guys had on the list that you mentioned, and I agree with, is The Devil's Backbone. And that's in Spanish. That's from Spain.
Yeah, we had not heard of it.
yeah.
Joanna said she'd heard of it, but never seen
But
it.
I've never seen
that
it.
was Guillermo del Toro's was one of his first movies, like
Oh.
breakthrough movies. Before what's the one with the
guy with the eyeballs in his
Pan's
hand.
Labyrinth.
Pan's
Before
Labyrinth.
Pan's Labyrinth. Yeah, this one's better than Pan's Labyrinth.
The-
It's real good, man. It's scary.
It's the Devil's Backbone.
The Devil's Backbone.
Gotta check that
was
out.
really good. And
All right.
it came out in 2003, I believe, or 2002. I might be wrong on the year.
That's
but
this century.
Number
Good
7, Fright Night.
The original?
The original Fright
Mhm.
Night.
It's a good one.
And then number 8, Carrie.
Carrie's great.
Great.
Not the song from Europe, but the Carrie. And then, what is it? Number 9, Bram Stoker's Dracula, 1991 with Gary Oldman, Keanu Reeves.
Keanu Reeves,
Winona
right.
Ryder.
Yeah.
You know,
That was a. Was
Boom.
that Coppola? That was Francis Ford Coppola,
Yes, it
wasn't
was.
Francis Ford Coppola.
Mhm. Number 10, The Thing with.
Oh yeah.
Ooh,
Dude.
nice.
19, and it came out in 1982 with. ¿Cómo se llama este güey? What's his name? I forgot the actor.
Kurt Russell.
Kurt Russell. Yeah, he played baseball here for the Diablos.
He did. Kurt
Back in the
Russell was in
70s.
it.
Yeah, he did. He did. A lot of people don't know that. Yeah. And then number 11, Halloween, the first one in 1978.
All right.
Alien in 1979.
I actually liked Aliens better.
Well, because it's got more action.
It's got more action.
Well, because I mean, I hate to draw the line, because I'm a big fan of that one too. But Aliens got more
But
suspense.
the first one was
horror.
more of a horror.
Yeah, more
The
horror,
second one
suspense.
was more of like an
Yeah.
action. Got
Yeah,
it. Understood.
Like Starship Troopers. That's,
Mhm.
I know a lot of people hate that. I love that movie.
I love Starship Troopers.
What is it? Silence of the Lambs, 1991. I was like, oh man, that guy eats people and he's cool at the same time. It's like, Hello,
do that.
Clarice. I'm going to try that next time I kiss my girlfriend.
Wait a minute, your girlfriend or your wife?
No, that's what I used to say when the first movie came
Oh,
out.
I
So I
understand.
won't get in trouble. Don't get me in trouble.
Scooter, you're getting yourself in trouble.
I do that a lot. Speaking of trouble, I want to thank the Juarez Police Department for an incident that occurred yesterday.
All right.
Thank you guys for not towing my vehicle and taking me downtown. I'll translate later.
I'm sure it's nothing that a $10 donation to the police fund wouldn't take care of.
It had something to do with automobiles. That's all I have to say.
Okay. Shout out.
Moving on.
Juarez PD.
Yes.
Moving on.
Number 14, The Night of the Living Dead, George A. Romero's 1968. That's all the zombie movies. If you're making a zombie movie, you have to do a reference to that one.
Before that, if you were talking about a zombie, you were usually talking about like a zombie voodoo slave.
Haiti, Dominican Republic.
He really came up with the whole thing where it's like these dead bodies got up, started eating brains, man.
It's now called Hangover.
Yeah. All right, what else was on your list?
Number 15. Uh-oh.
Yeah, need some scary music.
Rosemary's Baby.
Rosemary's Baby.
That's pretty cool.
All right.
Number 16, It, the 2017 one. I like the original one, like the one that
The
came
one
out
that was
in
on TV?
Yeah, that one with Tim Curry as the clown.
Yeah.
That one was pretty cool. Number 17, Insidious.
Never seen one of those.
Never seen Insidious. See the first one. That's all you need to do.
The first one is great.
The first one.
Okay.
Insidious, the first one. That's
really cool. Great. You don't say that lightly, do you?
It's great.
Number 18, Christine.
The Stephen King car, right?
Yeah, that should have been at the top of your list.
That's really cool. And then number 19 is Halloween, the original one. Number 20 is it's a tie between Halloween and Nightmare on Elm Street. And what's the other one? The Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Let's not forget. Did you say Friday the 13th?
Friday the 13th. Yes, that one too. All those three, in the same one. And last but not least, the Cowboys' performance last night.
Yeah. We all witnessed that horror.
Oh, I did too, man.
But you enjoyed it a lot more than Cowboys fans did.
Yes, I did.
Scooter, thank you for dropping by. Let us know about that watch party. El Paso's ready to jump on board and support Tex-Mex Motors.
I will post it on social media. Thank you guys always for having me, for inviting me. Nico, I missed him.
Yeah,
he's on
we'll let him know. We'll let him know you came by.
dream right now.
All right, thanks,
Thank you,
Scooter.
guys. Thank you,
Let's
guys.
take a break. Joanna's going to fill in, do the news coming up in just a moment.
The Buzz Adams Morning Show, Monday through Friday, 5.
Time connecting with. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
We're back. Buzz is back.
Hey, right on, Buzz.
Buzz in the Morning Show, 95.5 The Q.
All right, Nico's absent today. I guess I have to put that out as a reminder every 30 minutes. Or the natives get restless. Joanna is going to fill in on the news. Joanna, let's push that back one break. I forgot to get to the 3 random facts that I had ready to go.
Okay.
And a number of other stories.
Oh, good. Okay.
You planning on doing any air travel?
Not anytime soon.
Yeah, me neither. But for those of you who are, American Airlines is testing a new system when they board that would shame travelers who try to get on before their group is called.
Yeah.
If you fly Southwest, you don't. It's not the same kind of issue, right?
No.
You still go on your boarding group of like 30 or 60 people or whatever, and then it's a free-for-all to find your seats, right? Well, American is testing a new system that will flag when people attempt to board before their group has been called. And let me tell you, I didn't know you could do that.
I
you
didn't
just walk
either.
up there. I thought if they saw you weren't
and they
in
don't
that boarding group,
tell
they
you
don't send you back to the back. There will be an audible alert that goes off.
Yes.
When you scan your boarding pass, probably something like,
it's gonna.
yeah, or maybe even. The agent will then tell, the lady who takes your ticket, it's usually a lady, but whoever it is taking your ticket will tell that passenger, please step aside.
Move away, gate lice, as they call it.
I've never wanted to get on the plane first. My dream is to get on the plane last and get off first. You know, less time on the plane.
Okay.
If it's going to be a full flight, what difference does it make? We're all going to be crowded in there. If you go in the A group or the C group, who cares? Other than there are a couple places where I can get a little extra leg room, like over the wing. So American Airlines says the purpose is to, quote, ensure customers receive the benefits of priority boarding and to help, quote, improve the boarding experience. But it is also to shame, what did you call them?
Gate lice.
Gate lice. You're never going to get, this is from the Washington Post, the next line of the story. It says, airline employees often refer to those people as, quote, gate lice.
Gate lice, yeah.
American Airlines says that so far they have been pleased with the test. And travelers also seem to like it. Cool. One person said on social media, I saw talking about the shaming of people who try and get on the plane before it's their time. I saw this in action today. It was great. I saw about 5 people get punted out of line for trying to board before their group was called. About time.
God, I didn't even know that you could just go do that.
Me neither. I mean, I guess out of any group of 100, 150 people, there might be 5 people that are just like, I'm not going to follow the rule. I never would have occurred to me
to just
if I had
up there.
to go when it wasn't my turn to go.
You can read all about this over on the KLAQ mobile app. Learn all about gate lice and how it has already been a success in New Mexico.
Wow. Who wrote that article?
Joanna Barba did.
One of our great writers. So some people are saying Kamala Harris tricked people to go into her campaign event in Houston. Why? Why are they saying they tricked them?
Because she was hyping up Beyonce the whole time. Like, Beyonce's going to be there. Beyonce was like, I'll be there.
But they never said, and she's going to perform.
But, right. They never said she's performing, just an appearance by Beyonce.
Okay. So the campaign, I'm reading here the story from the Post, the New York Post. The Harris campaign never said Beyonce would perform, but I got to think a lot of people might have assumed there was a chance. Rumors were swirling. A crowd of 30,000 people showed up for the rally. And you got to think some of them were there hoping Beyonce was going to sing.
Yeah, for sure.
She did not perform. She did a speech, but the audience did get a performance from musical guest Willie Nelson, who was there at the Houston.
Amazing. That's still cool.
One person tweeted, quote, and this is a person who feels like they got bamboozled. So let me get this straight. Kamala Harris baited people with a free Beyonce concert and then had Willie Nelson perform. Talk about a bunch of pissed off concert goers.
And they're mad about it? You still got to see Willie.
I was going to say a couple of things here. You know, this wasn't a full-on concert. You weren't going to see Beyonce do 20 songs.
What did you expect her to do? All of like...
Single ladies?
Single ladies or something?
But you got a Willie Nelson concert. I will not...
Equally impressive.
Yeah. I will not put up with anybody complaining that they only got Willie Nelson.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody else said about Kamala. All right, this is somebody I don't think was thinking about voting for Kamala in the first place. She can't even deliver on promises to her own followers with a Beyonce performance, but yeah, she'll totally close the border and stuff.
Oh my God.
I don't know. Nobody said they're going to perform. I wouldn't assume they're going to perform.
You don't expect when these artists go out to these rallies that they're going to put on a full-on concert for you. They're there to talk about the candidate that they're
Even
endorsing.
If she, like, I don't know how many songs Willie got in, but probably, 3 or 4, couple maybe.
It's definitely not going to be a Beyonce concert if you're thinking, oh, Beyonce's going to be here to perform.
You ready for our random facts for today?
Yeah, let's do it.
Well, I've got 3 of them, so here we go. What's that now? Okay.
Sure do. And now.
What is happening?
And now it's time for
Forward.
1, 2, 3.
Random facts. Okay, that's weird.
Still not working? It's giving out on you, man.
Got 3 random facts here for you. All of them have been fact-checked and verified. Random fact number 1. Woodrow Wilson is the only president who earned a doctorate.
Oh.
He got a PhD in history and political science from Johns Hopkins University. That's Woodrow Wilson.
Okay. Wow.
Random fact number 2. So you know DC Comics, right?
Yes.
The DC stands for Detective Comics, which
Yeah.
is what they used to be called. So the full name of their company is now technically Detective Comics because it's DC Comics.
Okay. Yeah.
Got one more for you. This is an audio daily double. Random fact number 3. Kmart. You know, they just shut down the last full-size Kmart in the United States.
R.I.P. Kmart. I loved Kmart.
But Kmart was kind of groundbreaking. Kmart introduced online shopping all the way back in 1998.
Oh my God, online shopping?
Online shopping in 1998. You know, most Americans probably were not active online. And if you were, you probably had slow dial-up service.
Mm-hmm.
But here is an ad that they would run on a loop at the service desk at Kmart stores touting their online shopping.
You mean you have more televisions than the ones I see here?
We sure do, at our Kmart Solutions Center. At the Kmart Solutions Order Center, a trained associate will help you browse through our huge selection of products and services, and we'll ship it directly to your home or anywhere across the country that you'd want it to go.
What about swing sets? My kids saw one they really liked, but I know it's too big to set up in the store.
All right, let's take a look.
This is great. There it is. And you can ship this too.
Well, of course. This is the easiest, most hassle-free shopping that you can imagine.
So it was basically
Kmart.
go into Kmart, find the person at the help desk, and ask them to get on the internet for you.
And they will find it for you.
Yeah, but you could only
Amazing customer service right there.
you could only order things that Kmart had in stock.
Loved Kmart.
So anyway,
These are just some facts
thank
that
God.
I learned it was amazing.
Everybody
should
trying to learn something new each day. All right, let's get this break in. We'll kind of get caught back up and filling in with the news. Joanna Barba in for Nico Edgimian with news headlines coming up.
Yeah, McDonald's is bringing a controversial item back to its menu, Buzz. I'll let you know what it is next in news.
While you're working away, we're working for you. Our job.
For the Haunted Grove. The Grove Haunted House. 10612 Horn Circle in Socorro. Ticket to thegrovehauntedhouse.com.
Do you want to hear something really scary? The KLAQ Morning Show with Buzz Adams is back.
No! God, please, no! No!
El Paso's rock monster.
No!
95.5 KLAQ.
All right, Joanna's going to have our news headlines coming up here in just a few moments. We will be getting to news. Let me tell you about El Paso weather. It is going to cool down for the Halloween parade on Thursday, Joanna.
Oh, good.
92, though, for the high temperature today. Lots of sunshine in the forecast and light winds. I'm going to give it an A+ for golf anyway. Not tomorrow, though, because winds are going to be up, 20, 25-mile-an-hour winds in the afternoon. And it looks like that's going to bring in some kind of cold front because on Wednesday we're seeing the high temperature of only 72. Thursday is the date of interest here because we're going to be in costume. All of our fellow parade goers are going to be in costume.
Mm-hmm.
77 for the high on Thursday. Could be worse.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
could be
92
worse.
today. And then over the weekend, looks like it's still going to stay cooled off, upper 70s, low 80s for the weekend. All right. If you are ready, then I am ready
Yes,
to
sir.
get to our news headlines.
Hell yeah!
Oh, yeah. Oh, God, here we go again.
Let's get this started!
Oh, my. Here is Joanna Barba filling in for Nico with news. Good morning, Joanna.
Good morning. 1 week from tomorrow, Americans go to the polls to choose the next president, and the two major party candidates seem to have shifted their campaigns into high gear. Vice President Kamala Harris focused her attention on the battleground state of Pennsylvania yesterday, holding a large rally at a community basketball arena where Harris encouraged everyone in attendance to stay involved until Election Day.
So, Philly, we have 9 days to get this done. And for the next 9 days, no one can sit on the sidelines.
Harris also spoke to a church in West Philadelphia, telling her supporters that if Trump wins, America will have a president who is full of grievance and that the power of God was going to work through them.
But when I think about the days ahead and the God we serve, I am confident that his power will work through us. Because, church, I know we were born for a time such as this.
I'll tell you, I don't think much of it when political candidates go and do their campaigning from a church pulpit.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about the church thing. Meanwhile, former President Donald Trump had a capacity-crowded Madison Square Garden in New York City, where a large list of people appeared on stage to support him. Also speaking and introducing her husband was former First Lady Melania Trump, one of her rare appearances this campaign season.
She's like the Loch Ness Monster now. Like, if people see her, it's like they only catch a fleeting glimpse.
It's only like a blurry little glimpse of her. Trump said that he and someone else have a secret that's going to help them take back control of the House.
We got to get the senators. We got to get the senators elected because we can take the Senate pretty easily. And I think with our little secret, we're going to do really well with the House, right? Our little secret is having a big impact. He and I have a secret. We'll tell you what it is when the race is over.
No, tell me what it is now.
Secret?
Before we vote, what is the secret, and does it fall within the bounds of legality?
I don't know how.
Because you really do. I feel like you have to ask that question: is this legal? Are you guys rigging the machine? What's going on?
Mr. President, you can't just say it's a secret.
Right.
You have to tell them. Trump also announced that this is actually a big thing that's in both campaigns. He supports giving tax credits to caregivers of family members.
And I'm announcing a new policy today that I will support a tax credit for family caregivers who take care of a parent or a loved one. It's about time that they will recognize, right?
Yeah, I feel like that's a policy that I could see like a huge swath of the American public going for.
Yes, exactly.
I mean, how many times does it end up that somebody is taking care of a sick or elderly family member, and they ought to get some help, I think.
Yes. Meanwhile, famous Puerto Ricans, including Grammy-winning artists like Bad Bunny and Ricky Martin, widely condemned Trump after a comedian performing at his closing campaign at Madison Square Garden said that the island was a floating island of garbage. Buzz, do you have that quote?
I have it. It's a comedian, purportedly named Tony Hinchcliffe, and he told there was a joke, about black people carving watermelon instead of pumpkin. I mean, it feels like the Republicans have just gone full in on, we're racist and we're not even trying to hide it.
Yeah.
Like they're not even trying to hide it anymore. So here is some of the comedy from Tony Hinchcliffe.
There's a lot going on. Like, I don't know if you guys know this, but there's literally a floating island of garbage in the middle of the ocean right now. Yeah. I think it's called Puerto Rico. Okay, all right. Okay, we're getting there. Now, again, normally I don't follow the national anthem, everybody. This isn't exactly perfect comedy setup.
Puerto Rican voters living in the United States.
Well, you saw how mad they got mad at Kramer when he accidentally set one of their flags on fire. You didn't see that? Oh, you don't watch you're not a Seinfeld watcher.
No.
Okay.
Puerto Rican voters living in the United States make up the second largest Latino group in the country, including...
But also they're U.S. citizens.
Yes, that also includes
and
in the
vote.
key battleground states like Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania's got a huge Puerto Rican population, mostly in the urban centers, Philadelphia, Pittsburgh.
That can't be good.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, speaking of Pennsylvania, during a press conference Friday, officials with Lancaster County, Pennsylvania, announced that they had identified what they said were signs of a voter fraud operation in the area. Ray DiAgostino with the Lancaster County Board of Elections said that 2 separate batches of voter applications were dropped off at their office before last Monday's registration deadline, totaling around 2,500 applications. Lancaster County District Attorney Heather Adams said the investigators had found that about 60% of the forms that they had reviewed were fraudulent. She also said that 2 other unnamed counties in Pennsylvania are reviewing similar batches of applications. Days after the Washington Post announced it would not endorse a presidential candidate, its billionaire owner remains silent. Jeff Bezos has so far declined to comment, even as his own paper's journalist reported that he was the one who ultimately spiked the planned endorsement of Vice President Harris. Many current and former newspaper staffers feel the timing of the announcement was highly suspect and has led them to believe Bezos' business interests influenced the decision.
Well, Amazon does billions of dollars of deals with the government.
Right. On Friday, Donald Trump met with executives from Blue Origin, the space exploration company owned by Bezos, hours after the Post announced its decision. The company has a $3.4 billion contract with the federal government to build a new spacecraft to transport astronauts to and from the moon's surface. McDonald's will resume selling quarter pounders in all its restaurants this week after considering a new data regarding an E. coli outbreak linked to the burgers, the company said.
E. coli.
The CDC issued a food safety alert last Tuesday, warning that dozens of people reported becoming sick after eating quarter pounders. The E. coli outbreak has led to 75 illnesses across 13 states, including 22 hospitalizations and 1 death. Most of the related illnesses occurred in Colorado. A specific ingredient has not been confirmed as the source of the outbreak, but federal agencies and the FDA previously had said that slivered onions or the beef patties were likely the source of the contamination. As for the onions, which is brought by Taylor Farms, McDonald's has ceased all operations with them.
So does that mean you don't get onions on your quarter pounder?
Maybe
anymore?
they're going to give you those little onions that they put on all the other burgers.
Yeah. Okay.
The rehydrated ones, but not the slivered ones that were brought to you by Taylor Farms. They're not working with them no more.
I wonder if there's any truth to the rumor that it was like orange face bronzer when Trump worked the fries and it accidentally leaked into some of the... Because he wasn't wearing a hairnet or gloves or anything.
And that bronzer, if it was like...
It's got to be some kind of toxic
yeah,
mixture.
It can't be from this century either, I
or
think.
this planet.
We mustn't joke. This is a
I know.
thing.
I know.
Speaking of more recalls, Costco is the latest company dealing with a recall. The retailer pulled chicken products that may be contaminated with Listeria. The retailer says Costco members should return their ready-to-eat chicken for a full refund. Some of the products being recalled are part of a larger recall of Bruce Pack meats that were found to be contaminated with Listeria, including cooked chicken products from Rana and El Monterrey. The recall also includes the Ready Wise Emergency Protein Bucket and Red's Southwestern Grilled Chicken Mini Burritos. Under a separate recall are certain packages of its Kirkland Signature Smoked Salmon purchased between October 9th and October 13th. It is also due to Listeria concerns. Are we living in the dark ages? What is happening? Listeria, E. coli.
Listeria. Yeah, I've heard that come up a lot recently.
Gen Xers might have been right all along about one thing. Playing in dirt and mud helps kids build immunity.
I told you. That's why I eat stuff if I drop it on the ground, because it's boosting my immune system.
You would survive any apocalypse, Buzz.
I think so.
In the last few years, data on the connection between dirt play and probability of getting allergies and autoimmune diseases found that mud and dirt exposes children to microorganisms, which helps with immune training.
Some parents are such worrywarts that they won't let their kid get down and play in the sand or the dirt or anything. You're doing the opposite. You're not making them healthier. Let them get dirty.
My mom says the same thing. Researchers say exposure to an array of microbes teaches a child's immune system to differentiate destructive microbes versus mild ones. Children not exposed to immune training are more likely to have oversensitive immune systems, which can lead to allergies or higher risk of viral illnesses. Dirt play also helps brain development because it is a sensory play that triggers multiple senses, such as touch and smell.
As soon as that baby can crawl, throw them out there in the dirt. Let them play
Rub
with
a little dirt on
yeah,
it.
let them play with grass and leaves and stuff.
Yeah, no, my mom said the same thing with my nephew. She's like, no, let him play in the dirt.
Yeah.
It helps their immune system.
Wise woman, your mother.
And finally, NFL athletes may be playing in the big league, but their snacking habits are still rooted in their childhood sports days. When The Athletic reported on the NFL's secret go-to halftime snack of orange slices several years ago, the New York Times sports outlet learned that many players opted to pass on the citrus fruit and instead munch on another kid-friendly favorite.
Can I guess?
Yes.
Uncrustables.
Yes. Ding, ding,
I had
ding.
no idea. I saw the
Uncrustables.
story.
You did.
I saw it this morning.
Well, that said The Athletic on a mission to find out just how many of the sealed crustless peanut butter and jelly sandwiches get eaten by the league each
Those
year.
can't be healthy. Come on, that can't be what you eat if you're an elite athlete.
don't
An
know,
Uncrustable?
After collecting data on the end of the 2023 season from 24 NFL teams who participated out of the 32 teams, the outlet learned that the players easily go through at least 80,000 Uncrustables a year.
No.
Well, that includes games, practices, and training camps.
You can just grab an Uncrustable at any time.
I didn't know that they would even have those Uncrustables ready to go, but I guess
80,000?
80,000 Uncrustables. The sandwiches could cover more than 18 yards of a football field.
That's got to, come on, but it's got to be like heavily processed with refined sugar or at least
probably.
corn fructose or something.
In a breakdown by team, the Denver Broncos easily topped the list, consuming 7,000 of the sandwiches a week.
Yeah, they got legal weed in Denver.
The Seattle Seahawks came in second place with 3,200 consumed per week.
Legal weed in Washington State as well.
Followed by the Jacksonville Jaguars with 3,150 and the Miami Dolphins with 3,000. Coincidentally, Uncrustables were invented by a retired football player, according to The Athletic. Len Kretschmann, a former wide receiver for North Dakota State University, went on to work with schools in the food service industry. In the 90s, his wife, Emily, suggested that he create a mass-produced peanut butter and jelly sandwich without the crust. And in case you're wondering, the Dallas Cowboys only eat 75 Uncrustables a week. And with your news, I'm Joanna Barba.
That's the problem. Not enough Uncrustables.
Those are rookie numbers. They got to pump those Uncrustables numbers up.
Calendar. Today, October 28th.
Halloween is coming soon, which explains National Chocolate Day today. Also explains why it's First Responders Day. And Wild Foods Day, promoting healthy stuff like fruits and veggies and stuff without preservatives.
Candy corn?
Go for it, dude. And it's National Immigrants Day every October 28th since 1987. Be nice to people.
And that's your daily calendar.
Music news, concert updates, song and album factoids, and of course, nothing but El Paso's best rock.
And the choice is yours for your vote. I'm Kimberly Skaggs, and I approve this message. Paid for by Kimberly Skaggs for New Mexico.
Live from the KLAQ studios, the Buzz Adams Morning Show. Courtesy of Glasheen, Vyas, and Inderman Personal Injury Lawyers at GVILaw.com.
All right, I got a few phone calls standing by. A couple of ways you get in touch with us. You can call directly into the studio. It's the regular KLAQ studio line. And if you're a live caller, you go to the front of the line. We don't want you waiting.
Fast pass.
Fast pass, that's right. That number is 915-910-4995. 915-910-4995. You can call anytime you like during the show, outside show hours, on the weekend, doesn't matter. It is the neckline waiting to take your call whenever you feel like calling. And that number is 844-805-NECK, 844-805-6325. You said on Friday you thought you were going to go out to the haunted house.
Oh, yeah.
Did you go?
I regrettably did not make it out to the haunted house.
You still going to try and make it this year?
Yes. No, yeah. I'm going to so go.
But you voted, though, right?
I did vote on Friday, yeah.
Quick and painless?
Quick, painless. I got a nice little sticker.
Yeah, I got a sticker. Did your sticker have like a fall or October theme?
No.
This year? It didn't have like a red, white, and blue. Mine was...
It was like a cactus.
Yeah,
I have it.
that's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, some kind of cactus.
How do we vote for these? Like, who comes up with the sticker ideas?
I don't know. Who came up with those proposition ideas? So I looked at it, and if it seemed like a luxury, I didn't vote for it. But if it seemed like something like a matter of life and death, for county hospitals or whatever.
Oh, the hospital one, the medical examiner.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
But I don't know. I mean, somebody made a good point.
Then I got to the Coliseum one.
Yeah. What'd you do?
And all I could think of was like Steve talking about the Coliseum.
I had some, short choices to make, especially in the local elections. And there were why do they even put them on there if there's only one person running for the thing?
I know, right?
There are at least
they're like, you can
10
vote
or
for this
a
one
dozen.
person.
Right. Good morning, Cappy.
Hey, good morning. You know what's nice? You know what's really nice? And Joanna, you too. It's nice after all the years Buzz used to brag on the radio how he doesn't vote. He now has finally come around to cast his ballot. Over the last, I would say, probably 7 years, something like that.
Buzz, you never used to vote?
Oh, not only did he not vote, he would talk about it on the radio about how he
bragged
didn't vote.
about it?
Well,
yeah,
listen.
absolutely.
Okay,
Absolutely.
Look at him.
Yeah. Especially like in a presidential year. El Paso, the county and city of El Paso is going to be blue, as it normally is. But it's not going to matter. The rest of Texas is going to be red. And so it's going to go that way. But I don't know. I just think it's like much more important now. You remember the days when two people would be running for president? Whoever it was. Jimmy Carter and Ronald Reagan. And you could say, yeah, I think they'll both do a good job. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Yeah, this guy or the other guy, whatever.
The funnier part is remembering how cordial the debates used to be and how the candidates used to be very cordial with each other and everything else. And again, once social media really came around and started to get full steam, all that stuff went out the window. So,
yeah, I don't know if we'll ever get back to the point where it's like, hey, we got two really good candidates for office here.
Doubt it.
We can't get one great candidate.
8 years, man.
Which way are you leaning for mayor?
They had 8 years.
Do you care to make a case for any of the candidates?
No, I'm not going to be commenting at all publicly on anything political. In fact, there's no reason for me to. My show for years has always been an escape from all of this stuff. The idea is to get away from all the crap you hear on the radio about politics and all this kind of stuff and just realize, all right, we can go back and talk about fun topics, like how the Cowboys lost the Sunday night football game.
They're not getting enough Uncrustables, that's why.
There it is. So that's right, Uncrustables.
Did you know about this Uncrustables thing? What? Apparently they go through tens of thousands of Uncrustables, every team.
80,000 Uncrustables per year.
Can I tell you this? I have seen at UTEP, specifically for football, all these Uncrustables being served.
Is it a
daily
superfood secretly or something?
No. It's just an easy way of making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich that requires no work. All you do is you give them the pre-wrap thing.
Has no crust.
No crust. By the way,
a good sugar spike maybe during halftime.
If you had to poll every single person who eats peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, how many of them would tell you that they don't like the crust versus they'll eat the whole sandwich, they don't care?
I bet it's like 50-50.
You think?
Yeah.
Me personally, I never had a problem with the crust.
Yeah.
I'll
eat the crust. I'll eat other people's crust.
There you go. I have seen people that will eat around the crust, and you will see this. And then you'll realize, oh, so that's why they made Uncrustables. Okay, makes a lot of sense.
I think a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, there's a possibility it's kind of dry because peanut butter's dry. And the crust is the driest part of the bread.
So
But
you
yeah,
don't eat the
I'll
crust?
eat I might.
You just don't like to waste it, so be.
I won't throw the
you'll eat it.
entire crust. It's not like I cut it off or anything, like I'm precious. But I might throw part of the crust away.
Yeah, I mean, it just depends on how fresh the bread is. And you're right. If the bread's been, in the fridge for a while and weeks, and then you serve it for a sandwich and it's been sitting out for a couple hours while you're getting ready to eat it. Yeah, I could see that.
By the way, if you're down to like half a loaf or under and the crust is still the first bread in the bag, that means every time somebody went in there to get some bread, they put their fingers on the crust to get back to the bread they wanted.
Are you talking about, now when you say the crust, you mean the end pieces?
The end piece.
Because they're on the front and the back of the loaf,
Yeah.
there are the pieces,
The
yes.
butts.
The butts, that's right.
So if there's still the butt, it means that thing got rifled through and everybody touched it with their grubby little fingers. Your kids, everybody else probably went through there.
I never thought about that because generally speaking, we keep the butts on our loaves the entire time.
I'll tell you
and
what,
then whoever loses gets the last two butts. That's how it works.
Like oh man. Yeah. You know what the butts are say Wonder Bread, just any bread, they make great hot dog buns. They do.
That's an interesting. So what you'll do is, now you're talking about like taking the butt and folding it in half?
Yeah.
And
Put a
making
hot
it
dog
that
in the
way?
middle of it. Yeah, it makes a great bun.
Yeah. So in 2002, right after 9/11, I went to Yankee Stadium, and it was my first trip to see the Yankees. And I was so excited, right? It was like, big deal right after 9/11. I was broadcasting live. I go to the stadium, and the first thing I want a Yankee dog. I want to try one of these Yankee dogs. And they served it on white bread, Wonder Bread. It wasn't even on a bun. It was on white bread. And I looked at them, and I go, I'm paying $7 or $8 for this hot dog, and it's on white bread? And the vendor goes, yeah, sorry. George got into a fight with the hot dog bun distributor. And
Steinbrenner?
Yep.
Or Costanza?
Steinbrenner. Steinbrenner was still alive. So George got into a fight with the hot dog bun vendor.
So they were just using Rainbow or whatever?
Exactly. And he said, you know what? He said, screw you. We're going to put it on white bread, and fans aren't going to care. They're just going to eat it anyway.
Did you care?
Yeah, it wasn't any good. I was like, oh, you got to be kidding me. This is my first Yankee hot dog experience. Eating it
And
on
on a piece of
white bread.
There's
rainbow
a
bread.
whole
Yes.
Reddit thread that's like, anybody been to Yankee Stadium? Their hot dogs are just on pieces of bread.
That would be hilarious.
what I
Is
would
there really a
expect.
Reddit thread like that? Yeah, this goes back 20 years, but it was very disappointing.
So we're up against a break.
Yeah.
Can you stick around and do the sports? Because we really got to talk about the World Series.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. When we come back, we'll talk Sunday Night Football with the Cowboys and the Niners.
Yep, big stories.
We'll talk Game 3 of the World Series tonight. Dodgers are up 2-0. Good games, too.
They've been very entertaining games. They really have. And Shohei's going to play. That's the big story. Even with his shoulder injury, he's going to play tonight. So a lot of big things going on in the sports world.
What's it going to be, a DH? Or you had an
been a
interesting
DH.
thought. Somebody, they should put him in the field. I mean, he's so
Listen,
good. Get him in the
Japan.
Get him in the field.
In Japan, he played the outfield and he pitched. Okay, none of this DH stuff. He played the field and he pitched.
So, Joanna, when you got to those propositions, was it as difficult as it sounded when we were trying to make heads or tails out of them?
Just because I didn't like the wording that they used.
It seems like they're intentionally trying to make
They
it
were
difficult
trying
to understand
confuse
these
you,
things.
yeah.
I think so.
Vote yes on Proposition 37BX 29451A-J17. Everyone agrees that Proposition 37BX 29451A-J17 will help grow the economy, lower healthcare costs, and even dislodge that raspberry seed in your wisdom tooth.
Oh, my God.
Opponents want you to vote no on Proposition 37BX 29451A-J17 because they think it's too complicated. Nonsense. Anyone could vote on 211, but it takes someone special like you to do the right thing. Vote yes on Proposition 37BX 29451A-J17. Paid for by the Committee to Increase Numbers and Letters on Election Ballots.
I'm Sesame Street, and I approve this message.
Happy Halloween! Halloween candy!
Happy Halloween!
It's
grand opening. 8 model homes now open. Visit CampoDelSol.com.
The Buzz Adams Morning Show, Monday through Friday, 5 to 10. KLAQ and KLAQ HD1, El Paso, a town square media station.
We've got the entire hour, so after Steve talks some sports with us, later in this hour, Joanna, how about we give away some tickets to the Haunted House of Terror?
Yeah.
Nice write-up on the front page of the El Paso Times about the KLAQ Haunted House of Terror.
Oh, cool.
They're calling it the longest-running haunt in El Paso, which could be true, but it says that it's like the 30th anniversary, and they're off by at least 1 year.
Just the 1 year.
But we'll do some kind of contest. You can win tickets to go to the KLAQ Haunted House of Terror. Joanna, do you have the address handy? Because
13900 Montana.
13900 Montana.
Yes.
Don't you make cheat sheets when you do these show and you come up with things just to remember stuff in case you forget? Don't you?
And
have
there was
like,
a liner in here
liners.
that had all of it, but it went missing the week I was out on vacation.
And you didn't bother to try to reprint it or
I
do anything
bothered to
like
ask
that?
Joanna to tell me what the address is.
I'm here.
Normally,
I'm
when
the
that's a
cheat
lo-
sheet.
let me tell you what happens when I had the same situation like him. I ask Adrian during a commercial, "Hey, do me a favor. Can you give me the address yet for the haunted house?" And then I'll write it down. It'll stay in my studio, and I don't forget. So why?
That seems more considerate, Steve. Yeah.
Why are you relying on Joanna so much like that? We always have to ask her for the address, and you don't have.
She's my rock.
Well, all right.
Ride or die here.
There's your
The
answer.
Buzz Adams Morning Show presents Go Sports Go. Brought to you by the Viva Auto Group. Viva makes it happen.
Cappy, we're going to start off by talking about the World Series, and what a couple of classics those first two games were. The first game ended in the 10th inning, so extra innings in game one.
They've been fun, haven't they? They really have. Good drama on both sides. Just when you think the Yankees could put away the Dodgers, Freddie Freeman with that grand slam to win game one.
Let's listen in. Freddie Freeman, I thought was the kid who turns into Shazam, but I guess I was wrong.
Taylor the tying run. Edmund the winning run. Cortez delivers. Freeman hits the ball to right field. She is gone! Gibby, meet Freddie. Game one of the World Series.
Grand slam in the bottom of the 10th.
Yep. And by the way, the Gibby meet Freddie line was because Kirk Gibson, when he was hobbling and couldn't get around the bases, hit that home run, the walk-off off of Dennis Eckersley. Remember, he's pumping his fist. He's going around the bases where he can barely walk. I think that was 80. I think that was 88 because 89 was the earthquake series with the Giants and the A's. But the Dodgers A's was 88 with Gibby. Now, Freddie Freeman having a hard time also getting treatment every day, can barely walk, is hobbling down to the bases. He hits the home run and gives the Dodgers the dramatic game one win over the Yankees. 6-3. Yanks scored in the 10th. They had a 3-2 lead in the 10th inning. Dodgers come back with that grand slam home to win.
You know what? And the bases were loaded up in game two on Saturday.
Yep.
And so they bring in a reliever. These guys who come in and throw one pitch. The guy flies out to the fielder. So not quite as dramatic, but still very exciting game.
So, yes.
Trevino lifts a fly ball to center field. Tommy Edman is there, and the Dodgers lead this World Series 2-0.
In that game, the 4-2 win for the Dodgers, Tommy Edman, you just heard him, Teoscar Hernandez, and Freddie Freeman all hitting home runs off of Carlos Rodon. They knocked him out. The big story for the Yankees right now is this. Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge is having a miserable start to his World Series for the Yankees. In fact, you look at Judge so far. He was 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts in Game 2, where the Yankees lost 4-2. In Game 1, he was 1 for 5 with 3 strikeouts. So, Buzz, he is 1 for 9 with 6 Ks so far in the first 2 games of this World Series. And that's big. Look, you got to have him. He hits during the regular season and gives you, 58 home runs, 144 RBIs, and batted .322. And when you're 1 for 9 with 6 strikeouts and you're one of the top offensive players in that lineup, you're going to have a hard time winning games.
Well, let's move on, and why don't we cover...
hang on, let me mention one of this. Game 3 tonight. 6:08 first pitch. We'll have it for you on 600 ESPN El Paso. How about that? We had a choice between Giants, Steelers, or Dodgers, Yankees, World Series.
That's World Series.
I think so, too. Yeah.
That's the choice.
That's right. So we're going...
Any penalty for not running the Monday night game?
Nope.
Are you going to be out for Monday Night Football, and are they also going to have the TV on the World Series?
Both.
Yeah.
I've got a feeling the World Series will probably be the audio we'll have at the Ale House. Although, the interesting thing about Border City Ale House is they have 2 rooms. So there might be a room for baseball and a room for football because we're going to be there for the Giants Steelers, but we're also going to be there for Yankees Dodgers. So you can watch both with us at the Ale House starting about 6 o'clock when these games get underway. 1506 Lee Trevino will be there live.
All right. Talk about what's happening locally. Miners are coming up on...
Saturday afternoon, 1:30 kickoff against Middle Tennessee. It will be the 04 reunion, the 20th reunion of Mike Price's 8-win team. That means Jordan Palmer, Johnny Lee Higgins. All those Miners are going to be coming into town this weekend. In fact, I spoke to Jordan last week. He was super excited about returning back to El Paso and seeing his old stomping grounds for the weekend, getting ready for the UTEP game, 1:30 against Middle Tennessee.
All right. Now
the basketball team is playing tonight. Did you know that?
I
the
did
UTEP
not.
men's basketball team.
Regular season? Or
Exhibition. In Albuquerque, Buzz, at the Pit against the New Mexico Lobos.
Oh, that's a good exhibition game.
Terrific exhibition game. So excited about that. Some fans are making the trip over to Albuquerque to go watch this game, so it should be good. In fact, my brother's going.
Maddie is going.
Yep.
Okay.
Took Benny out of school, and they're going to be heading to watch the game.
Attaboy.
Yeah.
Priorities. Anything else before we switch over to the NFL? And let's get to the Cowboys game last. Are you ready to listen to some NFL audio?
Let's do it.
Game-winning Hail Mary. You think this happens all the time, but it doesn't. Like, you can go an entire season, 2-3 seasons, without seeing a game-winning Hail Mary, especially like the one that was thrown by Jaden Daniels.
Unbelievable.
Yesterday. We're talking about the Commanders defeating the Bears at the very last second. I swear it's in here.
It was a great play.
Okay. Anyway.
No, I'm sure you'll get it. I feel bad for Bears fans after this one. I really do.
So here you go.
He's gotten hit throughout the rest of the game, and it's hurting more now.
Comes down to one last play, and it's going to be getting longer by the second. You're all the way back at the 30-yard line. Now you can step into it. Here comes the Hail Mary with the game on the line, and the ball is caught! Caught! It's a miracle! It's Noah Brown! Oh, my goodness!
So it's one of those things, Joanna, where a whole gang of players from both sides jumps up to try and catch it, and it deflects off of that mass, and then it just so happens to fall into the arms.
Now, let me say this
of
before
the receiver.
Okay, since you probably haven't seen the play, Joanna, here's the beauty of this particular Hail Mary. And that was a fun call. That was Jim Nance and Tony Romo. So, and that game wasn't even on in El Paso. We had the Kansas City.
I was watching it
Raiders
at our
game.
boss's house. He bought the NFL package.
Oh, God.
So we were watching it.
Oh, no.
I think it's $250 for the year or something.
Isn't he a
it's like
Bears
$350.
Is it?
Yeah.
He's a diehard Bears fan.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Everyone steer clear of him today.
So Joanna, here was the beauty of that play, okay? When Jaden Daniels fires that Hail Mary in the end zone, you've got about 7 or 8 players from both teams all trying to either catch the ball or bat the ball down, right? But Noah Brown, who caught the ball, was smart because he went like a yard or two behind the pile.
You think he was looking for the deflection?
If you watch the replay, absolutely he was. He was there just in case the ball popped up. and it like pops up right.
He didn't have to
into
move.
his
It didn't look like he had to
Oh my
move.
God.
It fell right into his hands.
It was perfect. It was like it was designed that way. And I thought to myself, in every Hail Mary, there should always be a player from the team that's trying to win the game, either in front of the pile and behind the pile, just in case that ball gets deflected either direction, you're there for it. And man, what a perfect play to end the game. It was unbelievable that it ended like that.
Cappy, talk about last week in front of the home crowd. Deshaun Watson goes down with a not a career but a season for sure ending injury.
Yeah,
and the home crowd applauded. They cheered. You know that, right? And a lot of the players,
it was bad.
really took their fans to task over booing.
Listen,
this guy. They're really booing the owners, I think.
Well, Deshaun Watson has been a total waste since he's come to Cleveland. A waste. Now, remember, this was the guy who was great in Houston and then all of a sudden gets involved in all the massage parlor incidents. I'm sure you heard about that one.
Why does he just call a hooker? Why doesn't he just call? He goes and all these, I guess they're women.
Yes.
And they do massages in your home or in their home, which sounds sketchy as hell.
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine if your job were some stranger's going to come over and I'm going to rub him down and, you know, if he wants more than... So these women are all claiming, what? We're not sex workers?
Now, hang on.
The whole thing is sketchy. You're going to go to somebody's house and give them a massage.
Listen. That is actually pretty common in the massage world. There are people that don't necessarily have studios that will go to your house.
Oh, yeah,
set
they
up.
travel with that.
They do. They travel with the bed.
Okay, what I'm saying is, after the first, I am so sorry. I thought you were a hooker. You know, after that happens once or twice,
sorry,
just call a hooker.
Yeah. By the way, have you ever had a massage?
I have, but I don't like them. I don't like.
He's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Seriously?
I am. I'm very uncomfortable. In fact, I go out more tight than when I came in, just from nerves. And especially when they want to talk, man, the whole time.
Well, you don't have to talk. You could just. I'm sure
it's quiet time now.
I'm sure they know who you are, and they probably think that you're talking for a living, so you want to talk during a massage.
I don't think anybody knows who I am.
Then you don't even have to. Well, here's the thing.
Just be I don't want to talk.
Can I give you the secret to not talking if you want? Answer when they ask you a question. Answer with
go to somebody who doesn't speak English.
No. Then you might get arrested. Okay, because they have those in town too. But look, when they talk to you, answer with like 2 words, and that's it. And don't elaborate, and don't keep talking, and then be very short, and then they'll get the hint very soon that you're there for the massage, and you're good.
Yeah. But you know what I mean. Why he wasn't going
to
brothels. He wasn't going to strip clubs. He was setting up these one-on-one massage rendezvous.
Yep, and it got him in trouble. And by the time they got him out of Houston and they traded for him in Cleveland, he's not the same. He was not the same quarterback. Just not the same. Whether it's confidence, skills, ability, whatever, he's not the same. And Cleveland's paying like $250 million for him. It's all guaranteed. It's a terrible contract. Yeah. So he hurts himself.
But should they have been booing?
No, of course not. Well, listen, hey, fans are hardcore. They are hardcore. So they are, and they're upset. But last night, look what happened yesterday. You get a replacement quarterback,
Jameis Winston.
That's right. And he plays terrific. 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. And the Cleveland Browns, who were arguably one of the worst teams in the game, they beat Baltimore yesterday.
Yeah. What's happened to Baltimore? The wheels have started to come off that.
Yeah, it's been an up and down season. It has been an up and down season for the Ravens. It really has. And that's actually a pretty good division, too. So when you look at all the way that goes, right now, the way things stand currently is Pittsburgh is playing tonight, is in first place. Then Baltimore's 5-3. Then you don't speak about caboose. Cincinnati is 3-5. And with the win, Cleveland is now 2-6. So Pittsburgh's still very much in the lead, but that happened. Now, we haven't talked about this yet. Cowboys last night.
We also have a few calls.
I bet you do.
From our regulars and from the Bang Bang Niner gang folks, too. So go ahead.
Let's play them. Yeah, last night, again, this was a weird game. Weird in the sense that the Cowboys had the lead looked good early. Then the third quarter, complete control from San Francisco. They took over, in fact. They built a lead so large, it looked like Dallas was dead. Dead in the water.
But then,
miraculously, the Cowboys came back with a couple of touchdowns to CeeDee Lamb from Dak Prescott, who, listen, Dak is the most frustrating quarterback in football. He really is.
Oh, you've heard our phone calls already.
No. Yeah. You've got good Dak and you have bad Dak. And yesterday in the third quarter, you had bad Dak in a big way because Dallas suddenly trailed 27-10. And they were up 10-6 at halftime. So they were outscored 21-0 in the third quarter. It was bad Dak all the way. And then late in the game, you get good Dak. They get the ball back with 3 minutes left to go. And with all the momentum, you're like, let's see what Dak does. And
I got the audio here.
Oh, please play it.
Prescott got to roll, got to put it up top, double coverage, contact, no flag, incomplete.
Incomplete pass. Turn it over on downs. 30-24 the final.
That was fourth down when that happened, right? And there was contact, and there could have been something called, but there wasn't. But on first down on that same series, he throws a ball that was right in the hands of a 49er defender. Should have been his third pick. Guy drops the ball. It was awful. It was like one of the worst passes I've seen in a big moment. Like, how could you be so accurate in those previous two touchdowns and throw such an awful pass? But they had no chance. Then he puts a ball into Turpin's hands, who Turpin's one of the second, I think like a third or fourth receiver option right there. But it bounces off his helmet. Like, it was a weird play. He literally, Dak threw the ball perfectly. But the other three balls that he threw were terrible, and the Cowboys had just a 4 and out. They were out, and that was the end of the game. And San Francisco held on to win in a wild finish yesterday.
You want to hear some of the calls we've gotten?
Absolutely.
There he goes.
The Cowboys, no, it was like bang bang. The Cowboys went down. Like, no, man, let's see. But you know what? I still have hope. It's still early. I know we can still make it to that Super Bowl. I know we can do it, man. We just got to have some hope. A lot of hope. A lot of hope.
Okay.
That's awesome.
It's been a while since I've called in. Niners haven't been doing too good. Just to let you know to all your Cowboy fans, not going to happen this week, and it didn't happen last year. Let's go. Bang, bang. Niner gang. Let's go.
Okay. One more.
Yo, I think I need to talk to all the Cowboys fans out there. There's something needs to change. And I'm calling for a boycott. And I'm talking about all the Cowboys fans not buying no merchandise.
None.
I'm talking about shirts, hats, jerseys, little freaking coffee mugs, nothing, because
antenna balls.
This team is trash. And first of all, you got the highest paid quarterback in NFL history, which means Tom Brady was not paid the money that Dak Prescott is being paid.
All right, let's talk about this. I think there's a lot of that. If Dak Prescott were a bargain or something, maybe you give him a little more leeway. But he is the highest paid quarterback in the. Jerry Jones made him the richest quarterback, or have the richest contract in the history of the NFL.
So you think about who to blame here. Okay, you obviously blame Jerry because he wrote the check after he said he was prepared to wait the season out to see what happens with Dak and the team. Okay, so that's the first thing. So you blame Jerry. But then you say to yourself, if Dak wanted to really win in Dallas, would he have worked out a team-friendly contract, which would have allowed the Cowboys to get more pieces that could have helped them win games?
We've seen a couple high-profile athletes do that just recently.
Yes, we have. That is correct. And, you could talk about even Patrick Mahomes in Kansas City and how they've built that team in ways where, he's giving Kansas City an opportunity to put a better team around him. Look, you look at the Cowboy, receivers, and really, other than CeeDee Lamb, you don't have much right now. The running game, Zeke is not even close to what you need from a running back.
Zeke had one run, though, for a first down that looked like the old vintage Zeke. It sure did.
Yeah, I know. But unfortunately,
it didn't do too many. Not enough of them.
It's just not. It's just not good. In fact, Zeke yesterday, 10 carries, 34 yards, Buzz. That's not going to get it done. It's not going to get it done. So, they had a chance to try to get Derrick Henry in the offseason, and Jerry Jones said we couldn't get him because we couldn't afford him.
Couldn't afford him.
Well, whose fault is that, Jerry? You put yourself in a position where you can't add players. So, again, a lot of blame to go around here. The point is, Dallas, this year, we've seen a lot of this year. They get behind 3 or 4 touchdowns. Dak gets hot down the stretch, but it's not enough. Too little, too late, and they lose games. And this is a 3-4 football team right now. And, it's funny. Here we are, 8 weeks into the season, and you could honestly say that the Cowboys' playoff chances are slipping away each week.
Regardless of what caller Cowboy guy said, it's getting more and more unlikely that the Cowboys are going to even make the playoffs, right?
Well, look at it right now in that division, okay? Washington is 6-2. After that Hail Mary win. Yeah. Philadelphia is 5-2. The Cowboys are 3-4, and the Giants, who are playing tonight, are 2-5. And then you look at the rest of the NFC, okay? Detroit 6-1, Green Bay 6-2, Minnesota's 5-2, Chicago's 4-3. I'm bringing up these records because of the wild card. Because if you're not going to win the division, you're playing for a wild card, and there's teams with much better records, even in the wild card chase, than the Cowboys right now. Heck, the 49ers, with their win yesterday, they're now 4-4, which means they're tied with Arizona and Seattle for first place in the NFC West. So as bad as it's been for the 49ers, bang, bang, Niners gang is right there in the tied for first.
All right, and the Dallas quarterback is the $60 million man.
Dak Prescott cannot win you the games consistently. Dak Prescott is not one of the top 10 quarterbacks in the NFL right now.
Prescott, but it's intercepted. Prescott looking in zone. That one's picked off. Prescott over the middle in traffic, and it's intercepted. Here's Prescott, and that is going to be picked off.
We can rebuild him, make him better, faster, stronger. Mr. Jones, with all due respect, we can't pay him any more money. We're paying him $60 million a year. Hogwash. Give me my credit card. All right.
Dak Prescott is the $60 million man.
Hey, it's Daniel Paulus. I'll be along starting at 3 with everything from AC/DC to Alice in Chains to...
Visit westerntech.edu and get started today. Don't give up. Rise up at Western Tech. College for the real world.
They make you laugh every day. They keep you up to date on all the news. They're just fun to listen to.
Buzz Adams, mornings on the Q.
Buzz, what a cute little name.
This is the morning show on 95.5 KLAQ.
Today is a very special day.
Today is National First Responders Day.
First responder? The first to respond.
Honor the men and women who take immediate action when disaster strikes.
We honor you today.
This is mainly focused on our first responders.
From the first responders who answered the call.
If we haven't said it before, we just want to say thank you.
Very important work.
We would like to say thank you.
It's showtime.
Yeah, today is National First Responders Day. I got a true crime report. Why don't we go ahead and get a question for Queen of Halloween Trivia?
Okay.
And give away passes to the KLAQ Haunted House of Terror. You got the address handy again?
13900 Montana.
Thank you.
The music was still the first responder thing.
Yeah, I know. 13900 Montana.
Yes.
And you can use this through, I guess they're going to be open Friday and Saturday.
Halloween.
Yeah, Halloween and a couple of days extra. Give me caller number 10. Joanna's got a Queen of Halloween trivia question for you, so we don't want to give the question out yet. Joanna, if you want to go ahead and get those, I can talk about tonight on Loudwire Nights. We got special guest in the studio. It's Gary Holt of Exodus and Slayer. He's talking about Exodus's upcoming tour and also the Slayer reunion shows and what else is coming out from the legend Gary Holt of Exodus and Slayer. 10 o'clock, Mission Metallica. We are going to hear from James Hetfield, and he's going to talk about why he still loves playing Enter Sandman live after all these years. And we'll have some other tracks from Metallica as well. And at 11 o'clock, a little punk rock for you. Happy anniversary to the only studio album that the Sex Pistols ever gave us. Never mind the bollocks. Here are the Sex Pistols. That will be the subject of the nightcap with the classic Anarchy in the UK. All right, we got a contestant. I see that we do.
Yeah. I
All
got
right.
one.
So, right or wrong, no backup caller.
Okay.
We just
Yeah,
see if Mike can get this one. Hi, Mike.
Hey, how's it going, buddy?
Doing good, Mike. This is for a couple of tickets to the Haunted House of Terror. Joanna is the queen of Halloween, so Your Majesty, what is the question today?
Mike, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Do you like scary movies?
I do.
All right. What horror movie character wore a William Shatner mask?
Give you a second or two to think about that. 10 seconds on the clock. It's a horror movie character, and his mask was a William Shatner mask.
Man. Hannibal Lecter.
You want to say Hannibal Lecter?
Yeah.
Incorrect.
No.
Incorrect. I'm going to let you go, Mike. You can listen for the answer, okay?
All right.
All right. Thanks for trying. Here is director John Carpenter talking about the mask worn by Michael Myers.
Michael Myers.
In Halloween. He's got the white mask with kind of like the shock of hair on top of it.
Tommy Lee Wallace, the production designer, ran up to the mask shop on Hollywood Boulevard and bought a couple. One was a clown mask, and that's, one way to go. And the other, he got this William Shatner Star Trek mask, Captain Kirk.
Tore off the eyebrows, poofed up the hair a little so it looked demented and strange, and I spray painted it whiter than it already was. Took off the sideburns. Oh, it created a shiver right in the room, and we knew we had something special.
I guess I owe the success of Halloween to William Shatner.
Yeah. Anytime you're getting scared by a Michael Myers movie, you're actually being scared by Captain Kirk. That's one way to look at
I'm
it.
amazed they didn't get it.
Let's get to True Crime Report for today. All of the crime, we've got it ready to go for you right now.
That's the sound of the police. That's the sound of the beast.
Got a story that could be a Florida Maine game. If you're up for it, we can play Florida Maine game here.
All right.
Okay. Actual crime stories from around the world, across the nation. We're going to start with Canada. Canada is being overrun by butter thieves, apparently.
Butter
Yeah,
thieves.
there's some kind of big crime operation involving butter going on. Primarily in Guelph, Ontario. Over the past week, there were 2 large thefts of butter from different grocery stores. And we're not talking about like shoving a couple of packs. In both cases, the men got away with several cases of butter, and each case had, the first theft was valued at $936. Think about how much butter that must be.
That's a lot of butter.
Why would anybody have wanted that much butter for?
It's a lot of toast.
Yeah. The second theft was valued at $958. So the second one, they got away with even more butter than the first one.
Oh, my God.
They did it by loading all the butter into a cart and then sneaking out through the back of the store. Okay. Listen to this, Joanna.
Okay.
In the town of Guelph, and that's Guelph.
Okay, wow.
In the town of Guelph, there have been at least 7 large-scale butter thefts like this in the last 10 months. It's not known if the incidents are related, But what are the chances
Are the crimes
multiple criminals
connected?
Are they connected? What are the chances that there's more than one major butter theft ring going on?
An underground operation of just butter? What are they doing with the butter afterwards?
I don't know. P. Diddy had a lot of baby oil. We found out what he was doing with that baby oil. Police in Boston are looking for a guy who assaulted another man with a Hot Pocket. Hot Pocket.
Damn, that's one of my Florida Man answers.
Is Hot Pocket?
Hot Pocket.
That's a good one to go with on Florida Man. Police in Boston are looking for a man who went to the corner market, grabbed a Hot Pocket from the fridge, and hurled it at the clerk.
Oh, it wasn't even warm. It was still the frozen one.
It was frozen. Those edges can be sharp. The man apparently got upset because the clerk asked to see his ID before selling him a tobacco product.
How dare you?
Yeah.
Boom, Hot Pocket to the face.
Another customer witnessed the Hot Pocket assault and told the guy who threw the Hot Pocket, chill out. Hey, chill out, man.
Be cool.
Then they started fighting. The guy told him, chill out, and the Hot Pocket guy. Hot Pocket guy pulled out a pocket knife.
Oh, God.
So he had a pocket knife in his Hot Pocket pocket. He made threats to the other customer. They were able to get the guy to leave the store. They locked the doors, called the police. They're still on the lookout. As of now, the guy's still on the run. Okay, good idea or not a good idea? Some people in Oregon
Okay.
think it's a good idea. Some people think it's not. A police department in Oregon is inviting people to play hide and seek with a cop for Halloween.
Oh, that can't be good.
Teenagers and adults will run through a park at night while police officers, and I want you to get this, okay? Fully uniformed with their weapons on them. Will try to tag the teenagers and adults as they run through a wooded park at night.
It's a trap.
What could go wrong here?
So much could go wrong. Bam, you're dead. Tag, you're not it anymore.
One of the guys,
Because you're dead.
Might, good Lord, God knows if you look at a police officer wrong, they're going to call it assault. So if a guy runs into a police officer.
Cheating at hide and seek, bam, you're dead.
Yeah, I don't think that's a great idea. Not with the weapons.
Not if they're going to be fully, stocked with their weapons. It's like if I'm playing tag with the cop and I don't have a weapon, you shouldn't have a weapon either. It just seems fair.
You shouldn't. Don't play around when somebody's got a gun.
I don't have a baton on me.
Or a taser.
Or a taser.
Or pepper spray. Our next story, a man lost $230 million in crypto after falling for a scam.
Oh, no.
$230 million in crypto gone. The thieves have been caught, but about $100 million is still unaccounted for. That means that the guy had $230 million.
Just to spare and to, spend however he wished, and he wished to do that on crypto?
Yeah, I don't know what he
like,
bought it. Maybe he bought it at really early on and it really inflated, but you still have $130 million left out of your $230 million. You're probably ahead of the game when it comes to cryptocurrency. Right?
Yeah, dude.
You should lick your wounds.
Exactly.
Suck it up and just realize other people have done worse in crypto than that.
Still very much blessed.
You're still extremely wealthy. You ready for the Florida Man game, Joanna?
Yeah.
All right. Remember, if you get the answer correct on the Florida Man game, $10,000 will be yours.
Who runs naked through a dairy farm? Florida man, Florida man. Who never fears any bodily harm? Florida man, Florida man. Who's made love to a dozen trees? throws tennis balls that are full of bees. Who tries to bite every cup he sees? Florida man, Florida man.
Rules are very simple. It's match game. I'll read a sentence, a headline, and leave out one word, or sometimes there's two words. A word or short phrase, okay?
Okay.
Your job is to guess the missing word. Here we go. Florida man posed as security guard to get into blank concert.
Into blank concert.
Florida man posed as security guard to get into blank concert. You got it?
Got it. My main concern is, did it work?
Yeah, you're going to find out.
Okay.
You're going to find out if it worked for the guy.
Okay.
Got your answer?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm not too happy with it, but I'm going to
Florida
go with
man
it.
poses as a security guard to get into blank concert.
I went with Taylor Swift concert. Because it sounds like something a Florida man would do if Taylor was in.
Yeah.
Yes?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. What are you going to do with all that money?
I'm going to Disneyland.
Get the fast pass. You can afford it.
It's going to cost one fast pass. A Taylor Swift concert?
Yeah,
Really?
you want to hear the story?
Yeah.
Okay. Here's a 44-year-old man in Florida got arrested for posing as a security guard to get into a Taylor Swift show in Miami. The 44-year-old's name is Ivan Mariotti. Actual security guards were the ones who notified police after they saw him down near the floor area or field area. So, I guess he also hooked himself some pretty good seats there.
Okay.
He was in a suit with a badge around his neck. When he was confronted by police. So that means he got down there just by showing, hey, and everybody just let him on through. So he had to explain to the cops what was going on. He told police he had been hired by 4 women to escort them to the Eras Tour show.
Oh my God. He's like, I'm a private security.
But he didn't have a ticket. Now, police followed up and talked to the women, who confirmed that they did pay him to drive them to the concert, but they didn't hire him for security and didn't expect him to try and get into the concert with them.
They're all, well, he's here, so.
In the police report, he's listed as a rideshare driver. So your Uber or Lyft guy, you paid him to take you there, and then he's like,
I'm
doing
gonna go in.
security? Yeah.
I happen to have this security uniform.
That is bluffing your way into stuff. And we got a friend, Cappy and I, in Chicago. This guy bluffs his way into so many things. He's been on the field while Major League Baseball teams are practicing.
It's all about the confidence, really.
Right.
You got to be confident and go with it.
Yeah, you might be confident, but this guy is now facing charges of impersonating an officer.
Confident and don't get caught.
That is your true crime report, and it's also your Florida man game.
Right,
Joanna just cashed in big time.
Who robbed a bank with a rubber duck? Florida man, Florida man. Never gave a flip or gave a
Whoa!
Florida man, Florida man. Who steals a truck without making a sound? Who made a tarp into an evening gown? Whose grandma
Makes the best meth in town. Florida man, Florida man.
I am evil. Buzz will be back.
Evil existed long before good.
9. And don't forget to try irresistibly smooth and creamy custard. Get Bossed. Boss Tenders, Dogs, and Custard.
Live from the KLAQ studios, the Buzz Adams Morning Show. Courtesy of Glasheen, Vias, and Inderman Personal Injury Lawyers at GVILaw.com.
We just have a few minutes to wrap things up here. We don't have much time at all. We got to get you into your music, right?
Yeah.
World Series Game 3 tonight, 6:08 is the scheduled first pitch.
Okay.
Let's see what else is going on.
6:08.
Another performance has entered the National Anthem Hall of Shame.
Oh, God. Fergie again?
It's not Fergie this time.
Ferg.
This was a singer named Loomis, who, probably has a pretty good voice normally.
Loomis.
She was singing the national anthem at the presidential debate for third-party candidates.
Okay.
The people that aren't going to win.
Right.
So she's singing the national anthem. She screws it up so bad that she stops and asks to start over again and listen to what the people... It must be one of those things where they didn't have a huge auditorium full of people because it's the third-party candidates. But maybe that was the format, it was going to be in an empty studio. It's not completely empty because you can hear at the end, they give her the most pitying applause I think I've ever heard. This might be cautionary for singers. Don't get more fancy than you're able to pull off.
No, just be yourself. The song is already hard enough to do live. Don't put extra stress on yourself.
It's like showing off that you can run the scales or whatever, but you better make sure you can run those damn scales because you're singing the national anthem.
Who's brought stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. Can I go back, please?
Did I mention she dropped the F-bomb multiple times?
No, you did not.
She did. She dropped the F-bomb and then was told,
We're live?
We're live?
Can I go back, please?
So I was like,
I got so nervous.
Girl,
proof through the night that our flag was still there. Whoa.
I guess she kind of pulls it together at the end.
yeah.
For the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Sounds like Jill Stein really enjoyed it.
Wow.
I got one call that came in. I didn't hear this, but maybe you did.
Hey, good morning show. Hey, did I just hear Kaplowitz, that big stupid
jerk,
say that he puts the loaf of bread in his refrigerator?
Did Cappy say that it goes in the fridge?
I didn't
That
hear
must have
him
got.
say
If he did, that went in one ear and out the other.
Yeah, right.
Do you guys do that?
Hell no.
I've seen people do that, though.
Then your bread's always cold.
I guess, yeah.
I don't even think it makes it keep longer. Cappy, if you're listening, come back in here. Are you putting bread in the refrigerator like a communist?
Does it?
I don't do that.
I don't do that.
I always cover it up, and I always make sure that I use the tie and I close it up tightly, but I don't ever put it in the refrigerator. I would think that it would get hard if you put it in the refrigerator. Am I today years old, or when I learned that people do that, or going on?
I guess some people do it, but I think it's weird.
I've never done it. Should I start putting my bread in the fridge? Will it keep longer?
I don't know.
An experiment.
That seems like a weird Steve thing. but I don't know if he said that or not.
You're all Steve.
I don't use the tie. That's too much work.
You don't even use the tie?
Yeah, I just fold over the top of the bag under the rest of the bag. It's called economy of effort, not laziness. Joanna.
What?
Economy of effort.
Economy of effort.
Right. Why do I need to mess around with this plastic tie when I can just fold it over and it's sealed off? It's fine. Not lazy. I practice economy of effort.
I appreciate that. Yeah.
Everybody have a great one. We'll be back tomorrow. Nico might be here.
Maybe.
We'll find out. So long.
You know what I think? I think you talk too much.
Blah, 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 blah.
Hey, man, we're done.